All right.
Hello, and welcome to a blank screen moment.
There we go.
We're back. Okay, welcome. I'm Dane Hennon, your host. To my right, host Levi Gates.
Hello, Dane.
And to my left, host Anthony Fisher. And we are festive, and he is frozen. I'm not sure what's going on. He's buffering right now.
These lights are hot.
Yeah,
I hope this gauze doesn't catch on fire.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. Well, we'll be here when it happens, if it happens, so there is that. Now, starting things right off with a little bit of housekeeping. Before you even get into the TRC housekeeping, I have a different piece of TRC housekeeping that I want to throw your way, just so nobody gets confused or worried or anything. If you have trouble locating the Rag Company YouTube channel for the next couple of days, don't feel bad. If you click on like a link on a website and it's like broken or something, we're moving the host of the YouTube channel account, so that's no longer just tied to my stuff anymore. I think
that's good. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think that's
You're
fantastic.
Gonna miss the money.
Yeah,
but I think
that's not how that works.
I think it'll be great.
Because when I originally made this,
it all went into
we
your
were small.
checking account.
We had no anyway. So it's been a while. We're finally at a point where it's like, yes, we'll scoot that, but it will change some weird link stuff. It should still work, but if it doesn't, don't be concerned. Just go to YouTube, go to the search function, type in the Rag Company, and you'll still find us.
Right.
So just for the next couple of days, it'll literally start taking effect the second the show is over. So it'll be very quick, hopefully. Okay. Anyway, continue.
All right, so housekeeping for the week of Halloween. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on.
You have an audio? Come on. We need to get you like a little sound mixer. You're going to be our new drop guy. Popping some drops.
We're going to get DMCA just for his weird little loop mix.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's great. Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
that was fun.
Jumping into this, we're extremely excited for Halloween, obviously. At this point in time, most people should have received their Halloween mystery bags.
I got my mystery. I didn't buy a mystery bag.
You didn't buy a mystery bag. You work here, Levi.
You knew what was in them.
I did know what was in them.
So it wasn't much of a mystery for you.
But you're right. Anyway, continue.
So most of the people should be getting theirs this week if they haven't already gotten them. And so far, so good, though. The feedback has been phenomenal. I hope you guys absolutely love everything you guys got. You'll see why based on some of these mystery bag reveals.
Cool. I've been loving seeing it.
There's been a few.
Why I recommended that people bought multiple because
we made them different.
They were beefed up.
They thought they knew how it was going to work because they're like, I played this game before.
Wasn't just some Wobo's clean wheels.
No, it wasn't, Levi.
This was probably quite possibly the greatest mystery bag lineup in the history of mystery bag lineups.
We literally threw an entire Diamond Body kit from Diamond Pro Tech into this.
If that doesn't excite you,
which
I don't
is
know what will.
Ridiculous. And you can coat just about anything with that stuff, exterior-wise. And so we did that. I mean, there was a Sternogloss kit. There was obviously a Rags to Riches and premium microfiber kit in there, which was amazing as well. And then there was the Absolute kit, which was awesome. I mean, there was an IK sprayer, right?
Yeah.
There's towels, there's chemical. I mean, it's just amazing. It was
I did a really good
lineup.
job building those kits.
You did, Levi. You deserve all the credit for that.
You and Seabass.
Me and Sebastian made all of that. You know, most people don't realize Sebastian's very good at these sales.
Yes. He's like a quintuple threat.
Yeah, because not only can he produce and edit
stuff.
all videos here at the Rag Company.
How does the man do it?
Well, with only 20 hours
That's
a week,
impressive.
right? That's all he has.
So the rest of us are just dead weight.
Super proud of you, Levi.
Thank you.
Honestly,
I
just
appreciate
carrying the
that.
team here with these great ideas.
Yeah.
But I hope that everybody loves them. I hope that everybody, jumps into using them. Whether you got the Absolute kit, maybe you're going to jump into some Winter Vibe rinseless washing. You're going to have that beautiful tropical scent keeping you warm during this cold winter.
All you need is a Yeti bucket.
All you need is a Yeti bucket.
Keep it warm.
But that, and then obviously we still gave you guys some time. If you want to use that Diamond Pro Tech kit, right, you can, because you have probably another month left until true winter hits, at least up here in the north, right? So
that's right, Mod. We did not forget you guys.
Cost and fulfillment, Maddie, you did an amazing job.
You guys are the
shout
real
out!
heroes.
Shout out to everybody in fulfillment that obviously
Yeah.
Fulfilled all those orders. I heard it was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
And I went over there just to check.
Oh, it's been nuts. They're still packing stuff.
I went to go check everything, and there was an order. I mean, like, it was literally this thick of white paper. Constant mystery bag orders. But on top of that, we also sold out of our limited edition Jason Voorhees Slay the Paint.
Very cool.
Very nice. Yes.
One of our coolest designs we've ever done, thanks to Next Day.
So,
Nate,
you know
who
what looks
designed it.
even better with that shirt?
What's that, Levi?
Pair that with the Jason Dixon flannel.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Where would one get one of those? Because I
You
heard
can't.
they all sold out.
They sold out, just like the Rag Company
Did
Jason's
those actually
shirts.
sell out?
Yeah.
You're sure you checked?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't checked.
It might still be.
They're just not
wearing
on the website, I don't think.
Okay.
They're not on there anymore. I saw.
Future legend.
Yeah.
So-
they're also off most of their social media.
Well,
Yeah, usually
clue.
that's what that means. So we sold out of the shirts, right, which is amazing. It shows that people like the more involved graphics. And so we're going to be doing that with some future shirts as well, adding more color, a little bit more vibrancy. Just in the past, we said we don't really know how many people want to wear a Rag Company T-shirt.
Well, and to give a little history lesson,
yeah,
the first Rag Company T-shirt was called the Detail Hero.
it was full color.
It was a full color shirt.
Yeah.
Had so much ink on it,
stupid.
your
How much
your
was
chest
pancaked in
would
there?
would sweat.
It was just a sweat.
Probably
panel
17
grafted
colors
to
in
your
that thing.
Solar plexus.
But it was also the company that did it for you guys at the beginning.
Yeah.
They did it. They made a shirt. But
they made a shirt.
they made a shirt. So that shirt was a very difficult shirt to reproduce, to create at a cheaper price. There was a lot of things.
Yeah.
So when I came on, I said, what if we do something a little simpler, get the party started, and see. Now, this has been a long time growing, of about 5-7 years now of changing the shirt to where we've done these single color prints that you guys have really, really enjoyed, and we really appreciate that.
They're
and
clean
so
looking.
to-
They work.
well, we made comfortable shirts first.
Most
that people
importantly.
enjoy wearing. And then we created some really fun designs. And then Nate really took it to the market. And kudos to Anthony for going, I want more colors this year.
Yes.
That's the
you.
one thing Anthony
I fought
keeps
that.
asking for.
Fought
We
that.
need-
Weird. It's the only thing, like
blood
these
all
sales,
over it.
that's all been me.
Yeah.
Beadmaker and Coffee. I mean, Beadmaker and Uno
Absolute,
Protect and
Uno
Absolute.
Protect,
Those have all
yeah,
been,
so-
it's all me.
Great things.
Wow.
And, I want to say Anthony did have a great idea of just saying, let's add more color to some shirts.
This is starting to
And I
feel a little
said, all right.
one-sided. Let's open it up.
So
No, thank you guys for really doing it. It means a lot.
Yeah.
I know Anthony really appreciates. I know I appreciate it. And good job on those mystery bags, Anthony.
Thank you very much. So, let us know what you guys got. Let us know down in the comments which mystery bag did you get. What you just give us the main items, and we'll know which one you got. That's happening, or that did happen. So we're obviously getting ready for SEMA. We're leaving on Monday for SEMA. It's gonna be pretty crazy, which is gonna be Halloween Day, right? I'm gonna miss my daughter's first Halloween.
you know what you're gonna be able to do?
It just saddened me. I mean,
Tacos and beer with the gang at Tacos and Beer on Halloween.
And then
happy
you just send a
Halloween,
picture.
Anthony.
Hi, honey. I'm too busy drinking beer and having tacos to actually.
Yeah, be there for my family. Wow. So anyway, moving on from there, I'm really excited about SEMA, and I think that this weekend should be a lot of fun as well, just kind of getting everything ready for Halloween. And next, I guess the next big sale, right? I think you guys already know what it is. I don't have to explain what it is. And we're going to try to make this one a
You've
little bit
seen a
special as
calendar.
well.
You can figure it out.
You see in a calendar. I think you guys will know what's coming up next. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the Halloween themes that we've done for the last couple weeks here. Everything through our video content, through our live streams. When Dane died and we brought him back from the dead, we had to dig him up out of feet and feet of concrete. It was
Jackhammer
just
that concrete.
crazy.
It was awful.
And I also want to thank
Still have a lot of
everybody.
concrete dust in the lungs.
I want to thank everybody for making our last live last week one of our best we've had. Because when we pitched the idea that we wanted to bury Dane, answer detailing questions live, and cook hot dogs,
It confused people.
Producer Nick was like,
What?
no. What?
Why?
No. We said it'll be
there was a
fun.
lot of naysayers about the situation.
The most dangerous question. Why?
And what you guys did was make it obvious that we can do anything weird like that and still have a good time.
And people will watch it.
and
Somehow
people will
more
watch it.
people will watch
Yeah.
it.
It was fun. It was chaos, but it was fun.
Who knows when we'll do some live glizzy cooking next time.
If you missed it, it is available on the Rag Company podcast channel. Just
It was
giving you
too
a heads
good.
up.
That whole entire time was hilarious.
Yeah.
There were so many jokes in there. Dane being dead underground or semi-alive underground.
I was really proud of the hello at the beginning.
That was great, Dane. There you
Got to
go.
make it work.
So let's jump into some questions.
But I wanted to say real quick, we are going to be at SEMA this
Yeah.
next
What's
week.
our booth number?
54211.
Yeah.
in the
Here,
West
folks.
Hall. Now, for those of you that didn't attend SEMA last year, the West Hall is a new hall. It is a very new hall, and it is a very big hall. A lot of people had trouble last year. They didn't know where the West Hall was. So I recommend you go to semashow.com And
Educate yourself.
if you have, even go to the app stores and download the SEMA Show Experience app, download any of that because it's got a map on it. And it can tie to your GPS and it can tell you where you are. And if you want to try and find a booth, it'll tell you where the booths are. Please do that so you guys don't miss us. The entire detailing hall has been moved to the West Hall. There is literally not much in the North Hall. I mean, newcomers.
Yeah.
A lot of new companies are in the North Hall. But if you're looking for the detailing hall of years past, it is now in the West Hall. Yep. And so I'm going to keep saying that, West Hall. Please come check out the new West Hall. It's massive. It's like 1.5 million square feet. It's a giant facility.
If you're not
It
sure,
smells like
just
a new
ask
car in there.
somebody.
Smells like a new car in there. Exactly.
Ask somebody where the new building is, and they'll point it out.
Oh yeah. It's very simple to you'll see it, and it's got a skywalk bridge across the highway or the road, so you can cross over into that and get there. So
But if
pretty
you're gonna
sweet.
be there, we look forward to seeing you there. So
But that's where we're going to be. That's where our friends at Coach Kemi are going to be. We're going to be back to back, enjoying each other's company there, and then come see us. It'll be fun.
We're also going to start preloading that vitamin C.
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing that. Have you been doing that?
I'm going to start today.
gosh,
I'm going
you
to
better
start
be jumping on that.
pounding that down. So,
Dan.
all right, let's jump into it. Dan Pfeiffer says, "Good afternoon. Word up from a lovely fall day in Minnesota. Happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Can't wait for the weekend. Let's do this."
excited.
That'll be a good
Agreed.
Has
time.
it snowed yet up there? Because it seems like it's already starting to snow a lot of places.
Yeah,
We've missed
it is.
out on that so far. though.
JD Garage saying, "What's up, TRC crew? What's going on, man? Got my mystery bag today. That sticker is sick. Probably my favorite item I've received. Haha.
yeah,
There you go,
man.
man." Stephen Oliver saying, "I can't wait for my 2 mystery bags. Plus all the PNS products I haven't had a chance to try yet. Should have bought more. We told you."
A classic
Steven, we're
refrain
excited
if there
for you,
ever was
man.
one.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. Trust me. Which ones you got, you're gonna be pretty happy with them.
Yeah.
Alex says, "Got to catch this one later. Have an amazing week at SEMA. Dane, buy the LR4.
I don't encourage
That'd be
that.
nice.
What's the
Dane,
LR4?
Don't buy
You
a
gonna
used
buy
Land
one?
Rover, Range Rover. No, I was just on
Why
my
are you
stream
doing that?
last night.
You were
I was just
talking about
talking, and
wanting
we were
one?
surfing Craigslist, and we were looking for obscure cars.
Yeah, and you were like, "I love LR4
yeah,
Discoveries."
yeah.
Okay.
He also,
I like them. I
he
just don't
also
like the
loved the
reliability.
Mitsubishi Montero.
He loves the
Yes.
Mitsubishi Montero.
I like the way it
both
looks. I'm sorry, I can't get over
horrific.
that. I just like the way the third gen looks.
I love
That's
the
it.
positive camber that yours
Yeah.
had.
That one.
Remember
was
the
just
nice one we
broken,
found in the
man.
junkyard after he sold it?
You're like, here's a mint one.
Like,
it looks
this one's
better than
beautiful.
yours, but yours was on the road, and this one isn't.
This one doesn't run, but it's
Yeah.
got all the nice stuff on it.
Oh boy.
Mountain Town Detail says, "I promise to spend all week. You next week."
What's going to be great is we're
I
going to
think
be
he
sharing.
corrected himself. Hold
Justin,
on.
we're going to be sharing candies. We're going to be
There we
sharing
go.
some laughs. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
lovely.
So Justin, just letting you know, right? We are going to be sharing some candies, but I'm going to be expecting that some of that KCX body wash appears in my hands, right?
We need a lot of body wash.
What I'm going to plan on doing is not bringing any body wash with me on this trip. So the only body wash I might have
my body wash.
might have to be supplied by Justin.
That sounds
so
risky,
I might be a
dude.
smelly guy, right? So you're going to need to provide that for me.
Imagine
Because-
going up to meet your hero, Anthony Day Anthony, and then you talk to him, and it turns out he just smells.
Yeah.
Like, terrible.
Yeah,
And you're
but
like,
that's
this
never-
guy details? What?
But that doesn't happen.
I can't trust
I
the
know
guy.
it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I refuse to smell bad.
No,
Okay,
not going to happen.
Good.
Oscar says, "Good afternoon, crew. Got my 3 mystery bags in yesterday. Lots of new chemicals to try." Ooh,
Yes.
Oscar, we're pumped for you.
He was telling me last night that he was actually really stoked and surprised at how many chemicals he found in his stuff. He did say, "I was expecting more towels, so the way I bought stuff, I was planning to have towels in these. I did not get as many towels as I thought I'd get." But he got chemical heavy, so he's just like, "Here's a bunch of stuff I didn't think to try," and it's amazing. Like, he was blown away by the
I wonder if
body
he,
and all
yeah,
that.
I wonder if he got the one bag that was not towel heavy, because there was one bag,
Yeah.
there was one bag that was towel heavy, I should say.
Okay, so I don't think Oscar got one of those then, because he seemed to be skewed heavily on the chemical side.
Grant Hawtrey says, "Right, cheer me up, boys. I'm hurt, and I'm
Oh.
old, and I'm tired, and I work with children."
I'm sorry, Grant. Hopefully we
The last
lift
part
your
contributes
spirits.
to the rest.
Ricardo B saying happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. It only had his family back with him.
Yeah,
That
guy-
might be a way to do that.
guy
Yeah,
needs
we'll
that.
probably help him a little bit with the children, yeah.
Well, you're the one who
Brett
controls their
G
future.
says, Friday Eve and not a moment too soon. Thank you, Brett. Stephen Oliver, dealership decided to surprise me with a detail after a TSB.
Oh, no.
Now I have small imperfections everywhere and some holograms down the bedside. What's your favorite go-to fix?
Man, Steven, there's no easy way to you're just gonna
polish it out.
The thing is, the vehicle is no longer pure. You need
tainted.
It's been tainted, so you need to wipe it down with Levi's Virgin Wash solution.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. Don't wipe it down with lacquer thinner, but you probably should detail it or do a light polish on it just so it's back to being yours again.
Yeah.
Because when I feel like it's been touched by another person, I feel like it's not pure.
Yeah, exactly. It's been tainted.
It's tainted goods.
Yeah.
I don't want that car
No,
back. I want my car back.
Honestly, get a light foam pad, yellow foam Rupes, or like an orange or a black Lake Country pad. Some final polish or last cut.
Yeah.
You'd be able to get a lot of that out. It'd be just fine.
Done and
Then
done.
spray something on it or put something on it. You'd be happy. UDS Way, oh my gosh, it feels good to be tuning in after a while. I miss you guys. Time to hook up Apple CarPlay and have fun listening to you guys while I drive through traffic.
Heck yeah.
Please
Sounds like
don't
a plan.
crash. Alexa,
Eyes
make
on
sure
the
you
road.
subscribe.
That's not a
Vando.
bad idea.
Vando says, what's the best way to start learning how to do paint correction?
Trial and error, but get yourself some junkyard panels and find somebody in your area that can teach you how to do
Best
that
way
stuff.
to start learning paint correction. So there's more than enough videos on YouTube. I mean, there's literally thousands of videos on YouTube. But I would say, the basics of paint correction is polishing. It's just learning how to polish and learning how to restore a finish. And so I would say a machine.
Take a class. Sign up for a class.
You can take
There's
a class.
tons of them
You
in the
can do
area.
that. It's paint correction is a pretty fancy word, but I mean it's essentially just polishing. So you want to learn how to machine polish, and you want to learn how to do it the right way. So there's a lot of great channels out there. We have several videos on our channels that go over the basics of polishing. One which includes Morgan, which we actually
The
showed her
identifying defects and stuff. I still love
Yeah,
that video.
that's a good one.
You and
Yeah.
Morgan was great. For
identifying defects. That was a good one. So there's a lot of good stuff out there on our channel and other channels. So search it.
that. One quick thing on that too is you may notice when you watch videos of these guys polishing, they may look like they're doing it differently than some other people you watch. You guys use the scrubbing method.
We use a
oftentimes.
very different style than
So,
what is
just
taught.
throwing that out there also. So it gets the job done though, but it's an experience thing.
Yeah, but we'll still teach you how
Yeah.
to do it in a
Start in a very
crisscross applesauce.
familiar way and then build off that.
Okay, and we have Stephen Oliver says, by the way, loving the Halloween themed waiting music.
Thank you.
Stephen.
JD Garage. All right, I got a good one. What's the biggest scare you've had detailing? Was it damaging a client's vehicle or just straight up disaster detail?
Or something else.
I've had a lot. I think I've had
You had all the horror stories. Well, it seemed like it happened to Matt, though, not you. I still remember that.
It's happened to a bunch of people. So, Matt, once in one of the previous detox, you guys heard Matt from Diamond Pro Tech. We were working together, and he stuck his hand under a seat to clean some gunk out. Came back out with a needle in his hand, attached to a syringe.
Don't know what was in it.
Don't know what it was, but he ended up getting Rocky Mountain spotted fever. He was one of like 3 cases in the entire United States. And then I've had guys that worked with me that have gotten their, they get their headphones yanked out of their head when they were polishing
Was it a shirt
with a
ripped
rotary.
off?
They haven't had shirts ripped off, but they've gotten caught. Like
That's
they,
what I thought happened. It's like somebody
yeah,
got
they
something
just
caught.
get
and then it
caught. It doesn't rip it off. It just
Okay.
catches and they're like kind of.
It just pulls you against
You look
it.
over and you see a guy and he's like kind of stuck in the back corner. But those were the days of rotaries. The rotaries
Yeah.
kind of they're a little more wild and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Wild
have a
West.
kid that tried to pull. So I don't like so something I put in when I said I don't like ceiling mounted airlines. I don't like ceiling mounted power lines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like anything that drops down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is not efficiency, not for aesthetics. It's for the fact that when stuff gets moved or released, it has the chance to break. And there are a lot of folks who find this to be very nice, aesthetic,
Yeah.
pleasing. Oh, I'll just pull down.
Yeah.
I've had that in a shop, and I've had so many times we've had to replace windows. We've had to replace doors or take them to a body shop to have them fixed. Because what ultimately happens is they're on reels, and those reels snap back when you let go or something, or maybe it slides out of your hand or it goes too fast and it burns you because of the friction. You're like, and you let go, and then it takes off. I had a guy once, we were detailing. He pulled the airline through the passenger side, to get to the driver's side, and he hooked it to the steering wheel. He hooked the air gun to the steering wheel, and then he walked around the car. He grabbed the airline to pull it off the steering wheel so he could blow the passenger side or the driver's side. And when he did that, it extended and it caught the reel to pull back because of the way it was through the door. It got caught on the door. It pulled it right back out of his hand, and it went and it hit the passenger window and shattered the passenger window of a vehicle. It scared the living crap out of all of us because it was so loud and so insane. And then the next, we replaced that guy's window, and that next week we pulled everything down from the ceiling because it was just not worth the hassle of that. So I've always had stuff that's been wall mounted and is usually never on a pull reel. I don't like that because I've had to work with them and I've seen the accidents happen, which is one of the reasons I was kind of like, when we put them in the ceiling here.
And that's a good question, JD. I mean, Anthony, you've had some stuff, right, where it just kind of like surprised you?
Well, I mean, like the most recent one was like when I was detailing that guy's Subaru who's already dropped like $50,000 into it, and then he like brings me this stuff like all brand new parts on it. And I go, wow, this is amazing. I'm gonna polish this, and it's gonna go in for a little bit of paint work just to get some stuff color matched. And then I nicked that exhaust on that Tomei exhaust he just like literally put on there like the week before, and I nicked it and I knocked off and I basically gashed the titanium finish on it. And I was like,
it was shocking how much it actually affected it. Like,
yeah,
it barely touched it.
I was like, no way did that just happen. That is literally.
But honesty is the best policy.
I called Levi and I said, dude, I'm like, I don't even know what the heck I do about this. And he's like, you got to call him. So I called him and let him know. I was scared. I was like, crap, man, that's a $1,200 pipe on that. I'm not charging him $1,200 for this detail. No. And I just did.
I might just eat this because I've been here in the hot sun for
and I'm
15 hours so far into this.
I'm in a 95-degree garage and I'm just freaking dying right now. And so that was pretty scary. Next up we have Vando asking, how do you know which pad to pair with a polisher compound, and what company makes good pads for DA? Vando, so honestly, man, like, how do you? We have a few videos on this, but I mean, which pad to pair with which compound? Basically, anything that's going to be microfiber for the most part, or wool, or a very firm foam is going to be paired with a compound. Anything with a very soft foam is going to be paired with a polish. You're going to have to basically go through different listings to verify which ones are soft and hard, because every foam pad company makes different colors and different things associated with that. And what company makes good pads for DA? Buff and Shine, Rupes, Lake Country. There's a ton of great pad manufacturers out there. So
everything we carry is a great pad.
Yeah, everything we carry is great. So try that. And then we have Stephen Oliver, we have Tom Kirby asking,
we skipped Dracula.
There we go. Yeah. I had a mark for some reason.
Dracula says, greetings everyone. Had a 1970s Alfa Romeo Triumph today with a single stage paint. What's a good way to clean the paint off of my polisher in Tornador?
Wait, is it a Triumph or an Alfa Romeo?
It's an Alfa Romeo Triumph.
I've never heard of an
Dane's
Alfa
never
Romeo
heard
Triumph.
of that, so apparently it doesn't exist.
Yeah, apparently
Triumph
it
is a
exist,
brand, and Alfa Romeo is a brand. Alfa Romeo.
So, Drac,
I'm
easiest
assuming
way.
it's a Triumph.
Yeah.
Triumph are British. Alfa Romeos are Italian. Anyway.
Yeah, but the Italians could have triumphed over something. And put it on
perhaps
the
they made a model called the Triumph.
Drac, the biggest thing, getting the compound off the polisher. So you can use I would use an APC first, spray it on a rag, and clean it that way. You can use a VLB brush. You can use microfiber. Clean the polisher off that way. The Tornador, this is what I do, and this is something I love doing with my Tornador. Get a bucket of water and maybe some soap, squirt a little APC inside the Tornador gun, and then stick it in the water, and then pull the trigger. The Tornador is designed to create little vortices that go up, little tornadoes that go up into from whatever surface they're attached to. And so they go up inside that little trumpet and clean that stuff out. I love it because I can literally pull all that gross compound and stuff out. I run it in there for a little bit, pull it out, check it, hit it again, and then I just take a towel and I put it on a microfiber towel and I blow on the towel.
God, you're like Aquaman.
It's pretty fun, especially when I stick it in. It goes. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So that's the way I would do it. And then anything else you couldn't get off, you're just gonna have to go with a little stronger APC to try and get it.
Tom Kirby asking the next question here, which is, hello TRC, beautiful weather here in Halloween night, but a storm rolling through to cool into the 60s.
Ooh, that's going to be nice, Curb. He was talking, he sent a little email this morning saying maybe next time we add a long sleeve version to the Halloween shirt for some of those folks who want to be able to wear it in a cooler part of the world.
Oh, yeah.
There.
So that's a great idea.
Wabam.
Oops, it is a Triumph. Partner told
That's
me it was
okay.
an Alpha early in the day. That's all right.
I not trying to accuse. It's just like when my
Yeah,
detective spidey
Dane's
sense
like,
goes up, I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah. And Drax says, my mystery bag will be here tomorrow. Awesome. And then Dino saying, hello, my awesome people. What's up, Dino?
Hello, awesome person.
Vando, how'd the rag company start? What's the story behind it? Any advice you can share when it comes to starting a business in this field? Vando, just kind of the quick,
We have a
simple.
video
We've got a couple videos on it,
walkthrough.
but the short and sweet is a little old lady named Bev. Basically, found these towels at a cleaning convention back in the late 90s. And she started the rag company in 1999, and she started importing towels from 2 factories, one in China and one in South Korea. And she created the relationships all on her own in working out of her garage. She created her own website. She put in a phone line, and she started selling towels out of her garage. And that was how she operated from 99 till about 2012, when she got sick and her family started looking to put the business up for sale. First, she offered it to her children or grandchildren, and nobody wanted it.
Because it's a garage business.
They
Didn't
just
look sexy. They weren't interested.
It didn't look fun for them. But what little did they know that she had been supplying Tesla, the factories, with towels. She'd been supplying a number of some of the top hotels in the world. And she had created a really lucrative small business out of her garage that supported her and her husband quite well.
Through amazing customer service on our part, because that's how you keep clients like
Yeah.
that, and building on that really like massively comes down to her and her ability to just interact with people.
Yeah.
So we tried to carry on that spirit of like excellent customer service, which is why we're doing a Q&A here, and we do it every week.
Yep. And that's and then Jeff and Carolyn ended up buying the company, and they told Dane to quit his job and come work for them as a slave, and that's that's where we're at now.
Okay, that's
So,
a bit of a misreading.
Yep.
Anyway, we're
Anyways,
here now.
started in 1999, and we're here
Yep.
23 years later.
But we do have some
Yeah.
videos on it, so if you're curious,
Check
I
it
can
out.
share those later.
Pretty sweet. Drax saying, glad to see Dane got out of the grave.
Barely.
Yeah, I'm a
Barely.
little fuzzy on how that whole
Close.
thing worked out.
And then Matt Gibbs saying Vando, Buffenshine, and Lake Country are the main phone converters in the U.S. that supply foam pads. But most brands of DA foams are really good. Yeah, we're in kind of a good time for foam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing a really good job with them.
Yeah.
David Blowy saying, what's up, guys? And then Dracula saying, what's your favorite pro-grade pressure washer? Leaning towards the AR630 TSS.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
Pro-grade
what your
pressure.
definition of pro grade?
We have our
could be.
Krensla here, which is
Yeah.
great. But I haven't really. I mean, that's the thing. Pretty much, me and Levi are still on our budget pressure washing systems
Yeah.
Well, you found
version
what works
for
version
home.
version 1.4.
You know, mine
and
washes the
1.5.
car once a week.
Yeah.
But if
That's
you want
really
a fun
it.
story, you could talk about your old pressure washer.
So my old pressure was called a Landa Hawk, just like Sylvester Stallone in the movie Over the Top. Hawk. It was a diesel-powered pressure washer.
big dirty
It
boy.
ran on an electric, and then it had a burner that would heat water to 140 degrees, and I would use diesel.
And
I had to
incinerate people.
I would have to get 5 gallons of diesel to run it once a week, and then
Yeah,
it
when
started
somebody
going.
got out of line, the hose is coming out.
When we were doing 125 cars a month, we were putting in 10 gallons of diesel a week in that thing. And if it started to get dirty, man, it filled the shop with diesel smoke. It was not fun. I'd be rolling coal with that thing.
Yeah.
But that pressure washer cost me $3,500, and it was a beast. And you can see one in the Tom from Buff Bright, his garage tour. He ended up finding one.
Yeah.
And a guy sold it to him for like $200, and I was like,
You were
what period of time were those
so
things
crazy.
sold at? 'Cause they-
Oh,
it's older.
they're you can still get a
You can
Landa
still
Hawk.
get 'em? Wow,
Yeah, they
okay.
run a little cleaner now, but they're
Sure they have.
but other than
yeah.
that, they're really nice. man, if
You
I
don't
could
have
get
to
it,
run-
if I could get one, I would.
Do you have to run like DEF in them or no?
No,
or
just
anything?
diesel.
Okay.
It's just a multi-fuel.
But I don't mean as far as like this new age of pressure washers go, though. I mean, there's
Everything's
so
good.
many good options out there.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that Matt sells or Obsessed Garage is
Electric
fantastic.
is nice,
and then,
though.
all the Krenzel stuff is great. AR stuff's good. Comet's great. But yeah, I'm still rocking that Karcher Cube, baby.
I still got the
You know?
Sunjoe.
Yeah.
Although my Sunjoe's starting to make noise. It's very loud.
Well, not a transparency. He's gone through a couple Karchers.
This is my second one, and honestly, this one's
Holding up.
This one's holding up, man.
Did you put a
It's-
pre-8 filter in it?
What? No. Why? I'm running the DI
Oh,
water.
you are. That's probably what's
running-
keeping it
I'm
running.
Well,
now.
DI water technically is supposed to damage pressure washer the more
Oh.
you use it, but I mean, hey, it's $100 pressure washer. That one breaks, I'll probably just buy another one.
Yeah.
So
Fair. Vando back again.
If money wasn't a factor and you could have any one car in the world, what would it be? Or if you already have it, what is it? So
Dane.
I've made this
guys go
known.
ahead. I better
I even
contain
posted it in the
myself.
group last
I
night.
know what Dane wants. Dane wants the ugliest car in the world, the Jaguar
hush.
XJ220. It's the most hideous thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
My favorite
seen
was
so many
at
ugly
Monterey and Sydney going, that is the most ugliest
Yeah,
car I've
it's
ever
hideous.
seen. And I go, don't let Dane hear
the
you say
90s threw up all over
That's
that
Dane's
thing. and
favorite
I was in
thing, and
love
she
with
goes,
the
"Ugh."
Jaguar XJR13, the Jaguar XJR15, the Jaguar XJ220. It's not just all Jags. But yeah, no.
That sounds like it's
down
all
that line.
Jags.
But a Lancia Stratos, Alfa Romeo Montreal, or something along those lines. There's very specific things.
So
Anyway.
I put mine in our TRC group chat last night because one went for $35,000 on Bring a Trailer,
yeah.
and I was like,
it's
"Dang it,
happening.
now
Well,
it's
I love
happening.
Cyclones and Typhoons are
Here it
cool.
comes. It's happening. It's the prices are going to get too crazy on these,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm going to get beat out. But it's a Toyota AE86, just a little
Yeah.
hatchback Hachiroku.
Yeah.
Even
That's all
covered
I
in
want. A
rust,
little
they go for
Corolla.
like 15.
That's all I want because I used to be able to buy them for $500 all day
Can't do
long,
that
and I
anymore.
can't do that anymore.
Can't do that.
pay
But
the
that's all I
drift
want.
tax.
That's all I want. Just a pretty much bone stock one.
Anthony's got his dreams.
I don't
Maybe an
even- I
OEM
don't even-
plus
I don't
like
even-
Anthony.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would want. Honestly, I always my mind changes all the time. I still want like an R34 GTR pipe dream car.
Sure.
I mean, that's just. But I mean, I don't think that'll.
I mean, an
never,
FDRX7, love that.
That'll never happen though. I pretty much accepted that. But I mean, I don't know. I was talking to Dane. I think an NSX would be pretty sweet. That's somewhat kind of more. So maybe kind of.
That's very
more
on
realistic.
brand for you.
But other than that, though, I mean, I don't like Lamborghinis and McLarens and all that stuff. Yeah, they're cool, man. They just don't really do it for me.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I
me.
mean?
That's why I like an old
It's got to be a
86.
specific one, and I always skew older because I'm not
Okay,
interested
so-
in just the
okay.
latest, most expensive.
I would
whatever.
all.
It's
I would.
vintage
I
stuff.
would take a Ferrari F40. If someone handed one to me, I guess I would take it.
I would take a 512 TR over an F40.
No,
but
Dane,
that's just me.
F40 is the perfect mixture of tuner and Italian.
Yeah, it is.
For yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I had way too many answers on that.
The
question.
Harry
But
housewife
moving along.
saying, hey, everyone, nice to see Dane out of the hole.
Thank you.
Just gutted. That means I won't be taking his place. We're so sorry, Darren.
Harry housewife,
wish-
just keep hoping for me.
It
to
was a
die,
race. We told
and-
you it's a race. You had to get here before we could break through the concrete and get him out.
And Darren,
I'm resourceful.
yeah,
I got claws. That's
wanna
why my
say-
He
fingernails
started
are worn
clawing. Yeah,
down
it was
now.
weird. He started clawing at the stuff, and we're like, "Dang, that's concrete."
Yeah, I have to note they did not help me. They just left me in there.
So
Well, we had to break through the concrete.
I wanted to say, Darren, great work on. We love the review of Absolute.
Yes.
We love
Yeah.
to see you out there killing it as a Grand Ambassador for Q4. You're doing an awesome job, man. Keep it up. Grant Hawtrey says Dane's slay bacon and sausage pancakes in his Calvin Klein boxer briefs.
what a non
That's
sequitur!
a
Like,
great
where did that
non-sequitur.
come
I
from?
love it. Jeremy Kessler saying best way to clean trucks carpeted wheel wells. You can't. You just rinse them and rinse them and rinse them until they don't come out anymore. That's it. And if they still have stuff, sorry, it's carpet.
Dude, I'm
Scrubbing
telling you,
them is such a pain.
Don't even worry about it.
I just say hit him with some of that APC, then just pressure wash, and
That's
then
it.
just
Yeah, that's all.
keep
That's the
going.
thing.
But you can't even do that. And honestly, like if your customer is like, you didn't get all the dirt out of my carpeted fender wells,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have bought the car.
That's extra. Now, the reason carpeted fender wells exist,
Spray undercoating over the
the
top.
Yeah,
reason
that's probably what some places
carpeted
do.
fender wells exist at all has a lot to do with MVH, noise, vibration, harshness. It's usually there as a way of increasing how quiet it is inside the vehicle. It takes some of the noise away because when a rock hits the inside of a carpeted liner, you don't hear it as much as if it were just bare metal or something that was hard. Point here is, though, you could treat that carpet differently than you treat the carpet inside the car. So if you want to be a little rougher with the carpet out in the wheel well, you can use some stronger stuff on it, and it's not the end of the world. The carpet quality doesn't matter as much as it does on the interior of the car. So I'm saying you don't have to treat it like you treat the carpet inside the vehicle. You could be a little bit more rough and tumble with
Dane,
it.
are you a certified detailer now in the IDA?
No, I'm just.
Yes, you are. You're supposed to say yes.
I mean,
because
I am.
You are.
I am.
You have a certificate, and you took a test, and you have a patch on your shirt.
Let's just say I like to be nuanced about this stuff. So when you're asking all these questions, I'm happy to be the guy who gives you.
He knows what he's talking about.
Ridiculously specific.
One of my favorite things
regimen
is when Dane walks up to Anthony and I and goes, "This guy would like to speak to a detailer." And we're like, you are a detailer. You can totally handle this answer. And he's like, yeah,
but his question's pretty complicated. And so I say, all right, sir, what's your question? Yeah, so what's the best towel for removing light polish with? The Edgeless 365 or the Eagle Edgeless?
If it's a towel question, I don't defer to you guys on towel questions.
Like,
I know
Dane,
my
this is the detailing question that you wanted?
When it's a detailing question that goes beyond my
fun.
thing, specifically how chemicals interact with each other, sometimes I'm not as great on that and other stuff. But what I'm saying is, it's carpet in the fender well. You can't beat it up because it's designed to get beat up, and that's okay.
Geez,
as long as it does its job, keeping the sound
if it
down,
doesn't do its
that's
job,
all that matters.
Dane's going to beat it up. That's what we're getting out
That's
of
the
this.
lesson here. Slap, slap, slap. Okay, so Harry Moore's wife.
Wait, we
we already did that.
Whoa, I
Already
jumped
answered
around.
that.
You missed
Yeah,
it.
you've been bouncing all over the stuff.
You
So
missed cost
Vando,
and fulfillment.
Yeah,
Vando,
we are way over here.
Yeah,
We got
you
that
missed-
one.
So you're at Vando.
Yeah.
We're at Vando next. What's the best entry-level DA to start off with?
That's where we are.
If I'm getting started with paint corrections, don't want to spend a ton of money just
You missed
yet
Oscar.
on
What?
my
No,
first.
I did Oscar. Oh, wait. No.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
this
he
one.
had
What
no
the? I didn't move that. Anyway, okay. So, Oscar.
I can confirm. I got the Diamond Body, Starnet, and PNS products. Okay, yeah. So you did not get the.
Okay. So it went from Harry Horsewife to the
towel
pages are jumping around. I'm telling you. All right, moving along.
Vando, what's the best DA to start off with? I'm getting started with paint corrections. Don't want to spend a ton of money yet. Just
Porter cable,
yet.
7424 XP.
There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
$110 or whatever it is. It won't die. It'll outlive probably most of your other machines.
The other thing, Vando, start looking on Facebook Marketplace for Rupes or Flex. You can also look on eBay. There are people who are selling used tools. And then you can do a thing with Rupes where you can go on their website and they'll do a factory refresh on a tool, and it's $100. And they basically replace a ton of stuff on there and make you a brand new tool. And so if you can find one for $100 or $50 on Facebook Marketplace, print out the label and send it to them and send the machine to them. Within a month or so, I think, a month to 6 weeks, they give you a brand new machine back.
I love that.
It's pretty rad.
Nice.
So, Dino, in my bag, I got a Wish and a reality check living in the EU style. Sorry, Dino. Eye Candy Auto Detail and Vando can never go wrong with that Porter cable.
There you
There we
go.
go.
And then Shine House saying
Shine
ahoy.
House.
And then Maddie saying I'm going to have some of them glizzies those glizzies were fantastic.
Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Dracula, in the future, don't bury with a concrete vault. They're a waste of land space and make exhumation much harder. Thank you.
Well,
it's good to know.
You're making the mistake of thinking they wanted to exhume me. They clearly
We didn't. No, we were kind
They
of
wanted
forced.
me to stay down there.
Carolyn kind of told us, she's like, Dane really, we do want him to be able to like take his dog for a walk and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we said,
It's purely utilitarian, my
all right,
reasons for
I guess-
needing to get out.
guess we could do that.
He doesn't deserve this freedom.
Well, you're the one that fell asleep at the party. It's not our fault. We thought you were dead.
You didn't
Yeah,
drink too
thanks
much.
to Anthony spiking the punch.
I need it to happen. One more sleep till my mystery bags arrive.
nice.
All right, Creech.
Heck yeah.
And then JB down them south saying, I know I have so many towels thanks to the mystery bags. If you guys want to open up a deep southern fulfillment center, I could probably help. There we go. All right. Grant Hawtree saying, Levi, which hall is it? West Hall.
West Hall.
Nick, if you could pull up the semashow.com
Website.
floor plan just so you can see the layout of everything for our folks.
They can look it up.
David Voice, all right. I look forward to seeing you three each week yearning to learn and be entertained. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Appreciate that, man.
I do appreciate that.
Demo saying my shirt just arrived. Talk about a nice looking shirt.
Heck yeah, Demo.
It's so comfortable, too. Really love it. Okay, Dan?
Yes, it snowed here a few weeks ago, and then next week it was upper 70s. Ooh.
That'd be nice.
We had 1 week 70s.
That sounds like our weird weather in the spring.
Nick Diaz says, My mystery bag had a ton of full-size Sterno products and a lot of towels. I was very impressed.
Nice.
Wow, Nick.
Have fun
Love
using
that
it.
before you, man.
And then Creech saying, I purchased Diamond Pro leather and interior coatings. Should I use the interior or the leather on my pleather seats on my Silverado? Just curious. So Diamond Pro leather is designed for leather.
Right.
Real leather. Painted real leather. But Diamond Interior is designed for plastic door panels, dashboards, things like that. It can be used on the vegan leather and vinyl. So realistically, you could use the interior on that and not have a problem, but I wouldn't recommend that because of the fact that the base coat, clear coat system, even on pleather, is designed the same as leather. So I would put the leather on the seats, interior on the plastic door panels and dashboard and things like that.
Which I think was his original intention.
Yeah. Basically. Dino, Anthony, just use some super foam for body wash. pH balance is for...
I can feel the skin tingling
Let your
here.
skin fall off.
Hell
I
yeah.
can feel my skin tingling.
Wow, that
I love
reminds
it.
me of the
I
people
love
who
it.
always use like awesome foam and other.
Yeah. We have Harry Horsewife saying, so guys, you have converted me, a stubborn man who is scared of rinse wash. Man, PNS Absolute is unbelievable. Got to use it and take some beautiful photos. I'm sure you've all seen.
We did.
have.
They're great.
Great.
Well, like I said, and like I've said, Darren, it's a skill. Just like paint correction, just like installing ceramic coatings, just like, cleaning carpets, any of that kind of stuff. It's a skill set, and it's good to learn it so that you know how to use it. And it's going to be not that much longer. You're going to have some beautiful, cool nights.
Yeah.
Some warm
nights.
rinseless wash.
Warm rinseless wash. I mean, it smells
Some
tropical.
jams,
and
just
scent
enjoying
is
it.
delightful.
Yeah, but
Whoever
I
created
get
the
it.
scent or
In the
whoever
UK,
picked the scent, great job.
Yeah, in the UK, they're very resistant to rinseless washes and that sort of stuff.
But they had a hosepipe ban this summer, and people couldn't wash their cars.
They had to change their tunes. A lot of people got real grumpy, but the reality is if you're using a rinseless wash, you can do everything a person with soap can do, minus the whole foam bath show. But you can have just as clean a car at the end. Even though if it's hard for people to believe, it is possible.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you had a chance to experience that.
Omar, question on detailing. When polishing compounding with wool or microfiber, I get the fibers to lay down, they get flat. Is that due to too much pressure or residue or a mix of both? Or too much polish? It is too much polish and residue. So that's when you have to lift the pad and you have to clean it out and you have to blow it out. It's
happens, normal though. I mean, it's
totally normal.
part
It
of
happens
detailing,
more with microfiber than it
yeah.
does with wool.
Microfiber always lay flat like that. I mean, wool you'll get probably 5 times more use out of a pad before that would happen compared to microfiber.
But that's why you blow out the pad so it's always ready and fibers are back up.
In Focus
Go ahead.
Photography says, got my few monster wash pads in my interior kit today. Also got my 4-pack of platinum pluffles last week. They are nice. Added them to my 6 gauntlet towels. Very nice.
Nice.
Ooh. Justin Mountain Town saying candy and body wash. What could be better?
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Mix those two together, right? Have yourself some shower candy.
Are you bringing a speaker so we can have some tunes in our
Thanks to my friends
space?
over at Nitto Tire, I will be bringing along my JBL Flip
Nice.
5.
I like that.
And I think that's going to be able to bump, right? So what happens is when we're in the Westgate partying, me and you, in our hotel room, all those other people are like, what's going on in that room? It's like a freaking party inside there, right? They're getting crazy. Are they drinking? They're going to open up the door. It's going to be me and you pounding down some liquid death, right? Blasting tunes, right?
Yeah.
Laughing about old memories and things like that, right?
I like all this.
Dane's going to be rolling around on the floor with his shoes off, and we're going to be like, Dane, we want everybody to have their shoes on and for the party, and Dane's going to say, I'm more comfortable this way.
Right. Well, Dane's
In my best work setting.
Well,
down.
he takes his shoes off and then he pulls his feet up.
Yeah.
Crisscross applesauce.
That's right.
Dane's legs cross in a way that is honestly,
It's inhuman.
Is somebody
as
told
a
you?
33-year-old man, you
Assume
should
your
not be
power
able to,
stance, but sitting.
That's
Then
okay,
that's what I would
didn't-
do.
I know, Dane, but you're
Generates a
33
lot of
and you
power.
shouldn't bend that way as a man.
My legs can turn. Okay, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I thought you'd.
I maintain flexibility, even as a large man. I still have flexible legs. What am I supposed
if you
to
were
say
to
about
try to
that?
bend Levi's legs like that, they would just break, right?
Yeah, they don't go that
he
way.
would snap and dust.
They would not go
off.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are unfortunately just
Oh my
too-
god!
I think something broke down there.
Just like a wishbone, just.
Mine are unfortunately too muscular to be able to get into that position.
Prepare yourselves, guys. Here's a super chat.
Ooh,
hey Frank,
Frank,
what's up? $5, thank you, man. You also forgot Alejandro Bonilla.
Oh no! See,
our friend from Costa Rica will be there.
Oh yes,
good to see you, buddy.
I was just saying I skipped ahead to get the super chats.
Okay.
Then I'll go back. So I'm getting these, but
thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
And then $10 from Nate Marcy.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Nate. Wow.
Has there ever been any discussions in the industry to standardize colors for buffing pads to keep the confusion at a minimum between the cut levels? What hurdles would there... That's it. That's all I have. I don't know, man. Many of the foams are proprietary and colors are proprietary. And so many companies use their basics as to what it is. Buff and Shine and Lake Country have kind of done that in the sense that like their blue pads... and the same with Rupes. Like blue pads are usually a stiffer foam. So Lake Country, Rupes, and Buff and Shine, their blue is a little more stiff.
Yellow is medium.
Yellow is kind of a medium, or orange is kind of that way. Lake Country makes a yellow, and it's kind of right in between there. So they're working on that. There's a idea, but the problem is just making sure that you want to be able to stand out and be different, and so. That's kind of the way it works. And then in Europe, there's a lot of different colors too. So
couldn't agree more, Levi. We have Alejandro says, see you guys next week. Ooh,
we can't wait, brother. We can't wait to see. It's going to be good. Stacy Davis says, I'm confused about Uno versus Uno Protect. The description of Uno Protect is that it's a compound, polished and protected, but Uno Pure is an ultrafine polish. Is Uno Protect more aggressive? Yes. So Uno Protect is...
all in one.
So Uno Pure is designed to be a finishing with like literally nothing in it, just finishing it up. Yeah. Uno Protect is designed to be an all-in-one, and then Uno Advanced is designed to be that all-in-one plus heavier protection.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said that.
Oh no!
You don't know anything I said. No, it's been on the. You can see it.
You will forget everything we said here.
Where's my Men in Black?
Dang it! I can't believe it. It's always going to be one of us, and I can't believe it was me. But anyway, Uno is designed. Pure is designed to be pure. If you go back to our Subaru videos, it has a. We used Pure because we needed to, because it was such a soft finish that we were having chances with micromarring. So more or less, Uno becomes almost like a lubricant rather than an actual compound, where Uno Protect has to have some abrasive technology in it because it needs to finish as well. And it's surprising how much it actually finishes, especially when you pair it with a wool pad. So Dracula saying, please elaborate on that scrubbing method. I think Noxie does the same. He does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a few of us that all work the same style because we've been polishing for so many years.
Matt Mormon's old video with Andy, and I think Kilmer was there, and we were standing behind the camera. People didn't know we were there, but we were. That shows it really well, like what they're doing.
That's just how we've all been that style of polishers. People go, what the heck? And it's because we've been using Rupes machines for so long that we learned how to adapt our style to their use, and a lot of it comes from the old way of running a rotary.
They mistakenly think when they're looking at you that you're moving it so much it's not having a chance to cut, when really it's actually doing the job.
Yeah, Larry Casilla does it the same way.
Yeah.
So, iCandy Auto Detailing. Is anyone else annoyed at working on Chevy Malibus and the horrible paint that come from the factory? Is just me. I wish, man. I haven't played with a Chevy Malibu in a long time.
I've heard from a lot of different GM vehicles just having weird paint issues lately.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Drac saying Pure doesn't have a wax or sealant. Protect does. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ed Iverson says, hello and a happy Halloween weekend eve. Working on a minivan that is proving challenging while listening to you guys. Wishing you safe travels to SEMA. Thank you, Ed. Thanks. It will be Halloween when we're flying.
Yeah. Look at that great photo there.
It is a great photo.
It's Ed and his lovely wife.
I love that.
Stephen Oliver, that needle story scares the you-know-what out of me. Made me cringe even thinking about it. Yeah, Matt still... He now has headlamps and looks before he sticks his hand under seats.
You're not just going to wear latex gloves. You're going to put on something tougher.
Yeah, no, he had a latex glove on.
Yeah, that didn't stop
and came back out with a needle. Yeah. Tristan Coda, difference between KC... PW?
Protector Wax.
Ooh, Protector Wax and Nano Magic shampoo.
So Protector Wax is its own product. Like, it's its own protector wax. It's its own, like, a liquid... I don't know how to describe it. It's a liquid sealant that's applied to essentially a pad, and then you apply it to a vehicle. But it's liquid. I don't know how to describe it. It's how do I describe protector wax? It's different.
Yeah, it's a liquid wax.
It's different. Liquid wax, basically,
where NanoMagic is part of the shampoo delivery.
Is part of the actual soap. I think that's correct, right? Gosh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's correct, because right now we have more Koshikomi products on the way. I'm telling you, the periodic table is getting more confusing. The
nice thing is,
the KCX periodic table is getting
the
more
nice thing
confusing
is, folks, we'll be at SEMA with the entire KCX team, so Anthony will be able to ask all the questions he desires.
I will stream like we did at Frankfurt, and we'll walk over there and we'll ask them questions.
Yeah.
And
Chris Rafey saying, help with marketing.
Looking for any specifics?
Yes.
Perhaps? Feel free to ask some more direct questions about
protector
marketing.
wax is not. Oh my god.
So here's what I'll say, Chris, for your marketing thing. If you're running a detail shop and it's a small shop, make some posts and share them in your personal Facebook page, and tell people that you're out doing detailing. Let them know that you're doing this stuff, and that you need, hey, I've got some openings, I've got some stuff. The problem with if you put it on the hard part is if you create a post on Facebook, and let's say you have a business page on Facebook and you create a post there and you share it from your personal page, Facebook still sees it as a business, and they will push it down and not let it out. So even though you're creating posts and you're like, man, I'm making these posts and no one's seeing them, even though I'm sharing them and my wife is sharing them, or my girlfriend or my best friend or whatever, if they're doing that,
hold on,
they're holding that down. So what you need to do is actually create a few just on your own, especially if you're looking to get your name out more. And then with each of those customers that you bring in, ask them for their information, and then make kind of friend posts about those cars when you detail them. So if they bring it in, let's say Dane brought his Miata in.
Yeah.
I make a post from Levi's page saying Dane brought his Miata in and we detailed it for him, and then show the pictures of the detail. You can still make a post as well on your business page and share that as well as a double share. But that first post that is primarily from your page, that's you, is going to get more, because it's going to tag Dane, and it's going to have Dane's friends and my friends are all going to see that. It's a weird way that algorithm works for Facebook, but that's how you do it on that type of process. So I don't know if that helps, but that's a simple, easy way. Anthony, protector wax.
So, oh my gosh, protector wax. I was getting protector wax mixed up with harsh wax. Harsh wax is the liquid wax. This is also a liquid, right? But this is just the Do you even know what this listing says here? Basically, protector wax is a high-gloss lotus effect and protection. The innovative high-tech conserving wax sets new standards in matters of protection, durability, extreme gloss, long-term water repellency, lotus effect, easy-to-clean performance, and vehicle drying without microbeading. The use of polyfunctional reactive components in combination with the highest quality car care products, which bond firmly to the surfaces of the network, guaranteed to perfect long-lasting high-gloss protection, improve visibility during rain beating, improves the regular use with gloss and protective layers, covers fine scratches and all rubber plastic parts as well as convertible tops and materials, protected against fading and embrittlement. Protector wax makes a considerable contribution to maintaining. So basically,
you're just slurring your words now.
Literally, that makes no sense, right? But from what I'm imagining, you can apply it to a wet vehicle, right? Apply it via sprayer if you want to. It's very similar like what EC Coat, the application can be. If you want to dilute it that way and use it that way, I'm pretty sure you can still apply it to a pad and apply it to a vehicle that way as well. In terms of the difference between that and NanoMagic is a full-on soap. It's a soap with protection built into it. This is more of just a standalone protection product that can be applied wet. I think it can be applied dry, and you let it do its thing.
All right.
But
there you go.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Boom.
That is a confusing thing. Harry Horsewife says, have you ever used a liquidator to dry yourself out of the shower? All will make sense soon. I have not, but I'm excited to see what you do.
I imagine it works.
Mm-hmm. Dracula Detail says, oops, as a Triumph partner told me it was an Alpha earlier today.
And then says, had never heard of a Triumph before.
He rides a bike made by them.
Yeah, we went to the Triumph Museum when we were in the UK and the factory. It's quite delightful. Oscar, how long should I wait before coating the trim with diamond body that was treated with solution finish? You can. I don't really recommend coating that trim with Diamond Body. You can totally do it, but I would wait at least a couple hours. I'd make sure you wipe that. I'd make sure you'd wipe it first too. Make sure it's dry. Make sure it's.
I would still want the Diamond Body. I wouldn't want because you have to still.
You can do it with Diamond Body. You can't do it with the rest of them though.
Yeah, you still have to prep that surface, right? I'm afraid that the prep might remove some of that solution finish.
Yeah.
Realistically, you should be using the over-the-top product from Solution Finish because that's their sealer for that for solution finish.
Yeah, you could coat new trim with it, but that's where I would kind of
when you restore things, you have to remember that there's other chemicals involved in the steps after that.
And so your prep isn't going to be as good.
Yeah. Hello, TRC team says first from Puerto Rico. We got a bunch of people saying hello back and forth. That's great.
Remy is back saying, hey, guys.
Oh,
hey, Remy.
Turquoise in the house.
Yeah. And then Valadine Supplies Reviews saying hello. Valadine Supplies Reviews. Dane Hennon's favorite.
Let me get this page right. Hold on. Make sure it's the correct one.
Dane's got the pages right. All right. Here we go. Says, I imagine that you had a portable potty for Dane while he was underground. Nope.
No, I just went into editing mode and held it, buddy.
Yeah. It's quite impressive, really. Valid review saying, hey, buddy, to Harry Housewife Hans saying, hello. Hey, what's up, guys? Everybody's here. Daytona Wallace saying, happy Friday Eve from Tennessee, the true Deep South. Ooh. What can we expect the new Rupes polisher to hit the store? Well,
we have to wait till after SEMA.
Well, you're going to have to wait. SEMA. You're going to have to watch during SEMA. Everything. Everything. All the interwebs. During SEMA.
Daytona, what I'll tell you is start counting those pennies, right? If you have a little nugget stashed away, get it ready.
Maybe you run up to the mountains and find a stream and start panning for some gold.
Yeah,
just in case.
You might have time.
Catch a little money on the side. I watched a video the other day of a lady who was just vacuuming up some gold. Really? From a sluice box. Wow. She pulled down
I feel like you would enjoy
She pulled down like 5 ounces of gold out of her vacuum.
I mean, he already does
serious?
Yeah, she's like, that was like $1,500 spill.
Have you ever done any gold mining?
No, yourself? But I've done some art metals. I did some metal working in jewelry. So I made a sterling silver flaming eyeball.
Who was that for?
Myself.
Oh, nice.
I made it as a hood ornament and I put it on my Oldsmobile. It was delightful.
Is on
pretty
brand.
Cool looking.
Yes, that is very on
brand. It had an Oldsmobile logo, like a hood ornament, and I just lifted it up, and it had a little hook, and I took it out, and I figured out how to make the hook on the other one, and so I built this sterling silver unit, and then it was built exactly. I was at Boise State, and I made this whole.
I could just hear the X-Files theme playing.
Flaming eyeball, and I unhooked it and made it, and then I took pictures of it, and that was a project I had to do for art metals.
I wouldn't call that OEM plus. I would call that OEM.
It's custom. It's custom. Starts with a K, Anthony.
So, moving on. We have
Brionicle. Hey. What's up, man? So, saying, what's up, everyone? Do I have to get rid of an XYZ ceramic coating before applying Diamond Body? Or can I seal everything with a Diamond Body over it? I'm not comfortable with a polisher. So, a couple things. How long has the other coating been on the vehicle? Honestly, you could probably take some Scara and hand polish the coating. You probably would get it off, especially if it's light and it's at the end of its life. Short of not using a polisher, realistically, there's not much more than that, other than maybe a high pH or a high acidic wash, low acidic wash, to be able to get rid of that, break whatever's left.
We don't know what coating is on it.
But we don't know what the coating is.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends.
I would try that first before putting Diamond Body over it. I will also say thank you for your email. I shared it with Jeff and Carolyn, the owners of the company. And we will be in reply back soon. I know you got one from Dane.
I also replied back.
You replied back? I haven't replied back yet, and I apologize. But I'm creating a nice response to that.
Very nice. So, Edmund says, hey, my mystery box just arrived, and I got Diamond Protect Body Kit and awesome candy treats, too. Thank you. I'm very happy for you.
You're welcome, Ed. You're welcome.
So I think that's a pretty happy note to end it on
right
now.
I think we're done.
We're going to be going
just delete
ahead.
Delete
guys,
that.
Don't worry.
Next
We're not
comment.
actually done.
We're not leaving. We're going to a quick bathroom break. So we'll be back here in just a few minutes to answer more of your detailing questions for the fun half, as many people like to refer it to as, where we're going to get a little weird, right? Maybe get a little off topic.
Build up your questions. Think up more stuff you want to ask.
No, we want dead time to be able to get.
We want to explore some options.
Yeah,
guys, I'd love to just talk about cars all day.
I have questions for them, Dane.
Whoa!
Anyway,
we're flipping the table.
So we're going to a break, and we're going to see you here in just a few minutes.
See ya.
Hey, welcome back. Hello to everybody who's just joining us. If you weren't aware, we are now in the second half of the Q&A.
This is where it's going to get crazy.
Where
admittedly, things tend to take a turn towards the stranger, the weirder, the maybe not quite as detailed.
That's where G. Davis comes from the back.
But we certainly
flying
try.
roundhouse kick.
I do my best to keep us on track, and these guys have fun taking us down tangents.
Here we go.
So I'm just going to go ahead and start on saying that before SEMA, I'm planning on shaving my entire body.
Me too.
Okay.
Minus my head.
Yeah, me too. Oh, except for my face.
I think that if I'm faster, I'm more agile.
Right.
I smell better.
Yep. We won't be leaving.
And I don't get as hot.
We don't leave hair all over the stuff
I've got some news for
you.
SEMA is being held above water. It's not underwater, so you don't need to be hydrodynamic.
Dane, when something happens horrible at SEMA, right? Let's just say
let's
just say a car goes off the grid, it busts through a wall, and it's coming straight after you, right? I don't have to be the fastest person there, but I'm definitely going to be faster than anybody with hair.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. You know, I also like to pre-shave my body before I go on a trip for that exact same reason. Because you never know when you need to be able to get out of a situation quickly. It helps to be hairless.
So when one of those Bluetooth axles disengages and sends a car rolling towards you.
Anthony and I will be safe.
You're going to turn around. We're not even going to be there.
We're not going to be there. We'll be gone.
Oh, good.
And
I just get flattened all
we'll
alone.
be safe, and we'll be like, should have shaved your body.
Yeah.
Because that's the answer.
Should have done it, Dane.
Oh, thank you, Greg, for coming to my rescue.
So Grant says,
Somebody
Anthony,
agrees with me.
There's nothing wrong with the XJ220 except for 3 years of turbo lag.
Now, Anthony and I have had this discussion. It has a lot of turbo lag, but when it comes to turbo lag in general, turbo lag is fun. You've driven a car that's supposed to have turbo lag, or, well, had turbos, but no lag. It just felt NA. It felt linear. It wasn't the exciting, boring, whoosh, the hit you
but
get
it takes you 3 years to get there.
Not literally 3 years.
I want that. I want my turbo to feel like VTEC.
Right.
I want to know that I'm waiting for something, and then it kicks in, and I'm like, oh my God, hold on.
Yeah. See, that's how the XJ220 works.
No, that's how my Elantra
When that
works.
twin turbo 6 kicks in, it is like an absolute
Dane, but it doesn't change the way it looks.
Yeah, it's still.
I like the way
design,
it looks, and I will
still
not.
looks like a piece of
I don't
silly
know
putty.
who was the designer of that car, but he looks like the guy that created the Wallace and Gromit movies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I agree with that. You could see that in a Wallace and Gromit movie. Yeah. It's in the background. The farmer drives it.
Is if it looks like a '60s, Le Mans prototype racer, I'm into it.
Yeah, that doesn't look like.
Jay Bear says, "I'm having a hard time convincing close friends of mine to have me or any professional detailer do the ride. How do I get them? How do I get through to them?"
You got to post pictures of your work.
So, Jay Bear, you have to understand, there's going to be some people that aren't car people or people that just don't really care.
Or think they understand it, but
and
they
there's
don't.
going to be people out there that truly don't care, and that's got to be okay, and you just got to move on. I have plenty of friends that have cool vehicles. They've spent a ton of money on things. They've invested into vehicles that are really nice because they wanted nice things. And I say, dude, this thing's hammered. Like, you need to detail it. It's not that. It's not a priority.
Because they don't know how good it was.
It was a priority to spend $60,000 on this car, but you run it through a brush wash, right?
Yeah.
Once every 2 months, it gets absolutely beat up, and you let bird droppings sit on here for days on end. If not weeks, right?
Yeah.
And they go, I say, then I'm not going to try it.
Priorities are different.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. But I had a friend. He's a plastic surgeon here in town. He has he built himself.
Pretty good?
I don't know, but he's done he built himself a bat cave.
Is he showing some of his before and afters, maybe?
So he bought himself a bat cave.
That's
so
sweet.
Anthony, picture your neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
But the house across the street from you.
Yeah, I love that house.
Right? What's behind it?
I don't know, Levi. It's a field,
big empty
maybe?
field.
Just a big empty field.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
So what did he do?
What's that?
He bought that field.
Oh, God. Okay.
You know what he did with that field?
What's that?
Nothing.
No way.
He left it alone. But what he did do,
going.
Here's what it is. Here's what it is.
It's like a nuclear fallout shelter.
So he built what seems like a very small, unobstructive facility, small garage off the back of it with the driveway from the front of his house to the back, but the fence is there.
Yeah.
So you pull into just the little building. It's like sticks out just a little bit, but then you go down.
Oh, man.
And he's got a subterranean complex underneath
God, I would love
that he
that.
parks all his cars in.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing.
It's pretty awesome.
This sounds awesome.
And you know who his neighbor is?
Huh.
Glenn.
What? Why are we going over
Glenn,
there?
wait.
So
keep 'em to
this guy loves a lot of Mercedes, European stuff. He's got a couple old Jags. He's got a couple of Mercedes sedans, some limos, some coupes. That's what he likes. But he was one of those guys. Same thing. Hey, man, if you ever need me to come over, touch a couple of those cars up, I'd be more than happy to help you out. And they're okay.
I don't know about that.
They're fine. And then he'd bring one to a car show. He had this limousine brought to a car show. It was worth like $350,000, this Mercedes limo.
I was going to say. If
It was all black.
Grocer.
And he's like, man, I got almost 350. This car's worth about 350,000. I got about 250,000 into it. And the car is hammered. Yeah. Hammered. It looks like he's been washing it with a Brillo pad.
What color was it?
Black.
Oh, God.
And I go, man, that thing is scratched like crazy. And he's like, no, it's not. No scratches in it. But to him, the swirl marks that he put in that thing, the holograms in it, that's nothing.
That's
He's
shine,
looking for
baby.
actual, like, nobody has taken a key to the side of his vehicle. That's his brain.
Because he hasn't seen an example of a
Right.
before and after to show him.
No, it looks great. And then he pulls out his California Duster and starts wiping it down.
Well, there's your
But that's
answer.
the kind of guy he is. I always see him cruising around Hidden Springs or not Hidden Springs, but Harris Ranch.
Yeah.
See him cruising around in an old 60s Jag.
I would love to
He'll
drive
have a
into
little
his
red
backyard.
one or
Hurts
a
my
white
soul
one with
knowing
the top
this
with the top
exists.
off.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in an XJ, just enjoying
An
himself.
XKE in this
XKE,
case.
something like
JD
that.
Garage says, I'm still on my budget, Ryobi pressure washer. Told myself I'll upgrade when it goes, but that just won't quit. Has easily over 50 hours on it and still going strong. Active 2.0 will probably be next. Okay,
Nice. There you go. Brionicle saying hello to Umberto. Umberto saying, Harry Housewife, I normally do ONR washes and received absolute past weekend and was impressed since I also have the other PNS products that perform excellent. There you go. David Boyce. Although you men never promised, when you have time, please do a review of Detail Keg's ability to perform foam washes. It's so efficient, your viewers will be impressed. The keg puts out 150 PSI. It's pretty great, David. We have to get a hold of Detail Kegs and talk to them and see if we can do something like that. Frank L. Hey, go Dane.
Hey, thank you.
And then Harry Housewife, couldn't agree more with Anthony. Lambos and that are great, but you need a car that gives you that fizz. And for me, it would be a classic Mark I Ford Escort Mexico or a Fiesta RS Turbo.
Nice.
Although, give me a GT40.
An original GT40? Absolutely.
Anthony.
Dane has carpeted underarms since Grand Autry.
Dude, you know how itchy that would get?
Well, we
The
don't
Harry
know how
Housewife
itchy your armpits are.
Says, Humberto,
They're not.
honestly,
They're fine right now.
absolute blew me away and couldn't believe how good this stuff is. Really converted me. Heck yeah,
I'm
man.
glad. I'm
Then
glad.
you got Humberto just dying of laughter. We have $5
that
from
was
Frank. And then we
Thank
had
you, by the way.
JD Garage who says, you guys should bring back the Relatable Garage series. Well, that's just so funny. But do a fan
One
edition, take the
yesterday.
video submissions. It would be awesome to see other TRC fans setups at home. So
That's a good idea,
that
JD.
is a great idea. If we had more local fans, we would be all about that. Surprisingly, we don't have as many as you would
and
think.
we have thought, how could we maybe make out a small email list of this is what you need to have
Yeah.
to film in this style in this way, and then a Dropbox that you could then put that footage.
Yeah.
And then the questions asked. But we've been working on that. We're thinking of it. The hard part is it's just a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And we've had companies send us stuff that they've all filmed on various iPhones and sent to us, and it's been a mess trying to get audio right, trying to get shots right, trying to get things to line up correctly, because we told everybody to go horizontally and one person shot their whole video this way. There's a lot of stuff. And so we'd love to do that. I think it'd be a great idea. I think it'd be awesome.
fun the next time we're in Florida if we
Just a
shot
matter of-
Freddy's shop.
Yeah, it's just a matter of fixing it up and figuring out.
We will say, though, we did shoot a garage tour 2 days ago at our friend Nate's house, Next Day Nate, as his garage is all dialed in, set up for video. All the
Went
footage,
without a hitch. It was smooth. It was a great shoot.
All the footage is corrupted.
We got back and put the card in,
Sucks.
and it was corrupted.
Sucks. So we'll have to redo that someday. not
There you
ideal.
go. Yeah.
Frank L says, thanks for the podcast and videos.
You're welcome, man.
We
Welcome,
had
sir.
Nate's question, and we had Simon Birch in
Simon
the house.
Birch in the house.
And Birch is in the house. We're happy to have you here, man.
Gotta add, I'm watching you guys on my 125-inch tonight projector in my room.
Whoa.
Feels like I'm sat there with you. Well, this is awesome,
God,
Darren.
wow.
I love
So-
this.
larger than life.
So is it a weird request if I ask Simon Birch to change his profile photo to Simon Birch?
Now you're like dictating how he can present
No,
himself.
you can't do that.
You
It
can't
would be,
do
It
that.
would be so funny, dude. It would
We'll let
be
him do that.
It would be so funny if he did that. I would
Simon,
die.
don't feel pressured. It has to
No.
be your choice,
I would
not
die
his.
laughing.
Darren, Anthony, I just used Absolute as a body wash. Guys, make a body wash that smells the same. That stuff would fly off the shelf.
The smell
There
is
you go,
amazing.
right?
I love the smell.
Mina Vidala saying, hey guys, Levi, you were right about Body 36. I waited 10 days to do an Absolute wash. It's very nice, and it got all the water spots off. Love this coating. That's
Very
the
nice.
point, is let it coat, let it cure, and then you'll have no problems. She said sprinklers have been pounding the outside of the car, no problem. They washed right off.
Thank God.
Awesome.
I
Best
can't say
case
that. I
scenario.
can't say that's always the case.
No, but that's the
great.
best
No,
case
I mean, I
scenario,
think you're-
right? That's
You're
what
in
you
a very
want.
fortunate scenario here.
Grant says Dane seem a tradition is he
Excuse me?
naked twister in his room with the hotel staff after hours.
Man, just come at me for trying to
him
do a
and-
nice team
it's gotta
building
be-
exercise,
it's gotta be
and
him and-
everybody gets upset.
Where are half the employees at the Westgate? They're at that one guy's room.
That one guy's
It's getting
room.
pretty crazy.
Nuts.
Less screaming.
Fucking Dane's in there.
Oh
He's in
my
his
God.
boxers.
No,
the door, he's
that's
got a
enough of
Corona.
that. We don't need that.
Hey guys, where are you going? You want to come in?
So visual. TPD
Still working on my
details.
fitness here.
CR says the PNS glass cleaner concentrate says it is a 10-to-1 dilution. Is there any issue with using 4-to-1 or even pure? I would never use any glass cleaner stronger than what the recommended is, man. I think it's kind of streaky, and then honestly, it's just too strong. So
It's a recipe
I'd
for
go
smears.
Standard dilution. Use distilled water if you want to. Kimberly MC says, greetings. This one's for Dane.
Ooh.
I had lunch in my car, blanket over my lap, steering wheel table, Sani wipes in the driver door cubby, with seat leaned back, with heater on, windows slightly cracked. Kimberly, no.
A hero after my
No.
own heart.
That sounds like a delightful afternoon
It
lunch.
sounds delightful, but it's
Detailers exist for a reason. Cars were meant to
Probably
be driven.
listening to some
and if you
music.
want to eat inside
Driven,
a car, you are
not
more than
eaten
welcome to.
in.
Don't let these psychos
Atta
tell
girl.
you otherwise.
Dane, so I saw.
Dane, I eat my car.
I know you.
I also eat while driving.
Well, then you're one of us.
Did
You're
you know what I
welcome.
did yesterday?
Literally never.
I went down to
I
McDonald's.
won't. I refuse.
Cruised down there, got me a number 7,
Yeah.
2 cheeseburgers, fries, medium Coke, not very good, Diet Coke.
No.
Then
Not Pepsi, I mean.
Then I left.
Oh.
I got at the drive-thru, set my bag on the center console, and I said, "This is how you drive with your knees." Had my knees going, pulled my burger out, driving down Main Street, going. I need to turn right up here back onto 23rd, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna have some French fries, and then I took a phone call. Josh Petro called me, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing, buddy?" And I had my phone up, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Just grabbing some Mickey D's." Just driving back to the shop, and he's like, nice, sounded good. I go, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And I'm enjoying my French fries, eating, just enjoying, maybe grabbing the steering wheel every once in a while when it gets away from you. Then put the fries back, wipe my hands off.
Are you looking at the road?
Sometimes. Then I pull out a cheeseburger.
Oh, my God.
I'm sitting at the light. Perfect, because I have a little few seconds to arrange it so that I don't get any mess or spill. Watching it, take a couple bites, turn the corner, take the rest of that burger, shove it in my mouth, throw the bag in there, and chew. Because now I'm enjoying myself. And then I think I need to find something to listen to. I've been talking to Petro, and I don't have any music. So then I start looking at my phone while I'm driving.
Yeah.
Mouthful of burger that I can barely breathe.
Yeah.
Swallow that sucker down, get my audiobook going, reach back in, grab the next one, look over. Hey, that's Pepsi Pete. He's sitting next to me at the light. Start honking at him. He's not even looking.
God.
And I'm like, Pete, put in neutral, revving up the engine on the Suburbia 8.1. Got
So
to get
he's
her
driving
done.
the giant land yacht
So I'm
while he's
like,
doing this.
I'm like
Super dangerous.
revving the motor, just boom, boom, and I'm honking. I'm like, Pete, hey.
8.1
Yeah.
liters
Pete.
of distract
eating
the
my
driver.
burger.
Yeah.
As soon as that light turned green, we had about 4 cars in front of us. I stomped on that gas because I'm racing.
So I got 2 notes for you. Number 1, I would pay good money to see you do, while you were stuck in that driving with your knees, to do a 20-point turn.
Yeah,
to
but
get
Dane,
out of
I'm
a
not
tight
doing
parking
that. I'm
spot.
driving
But
down
I'm just
the
saying, I
road.
would pay good money to see you have to deal with that situation. Number 2,
Oh, I could do that with a Brody wheel.
I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but this clip is going to be used as evidence,
In a
figure
death?
1A in a manslaughter case at some point by your insurance company or something.
So, Dane,
So,
so I want to know, have you seen those little chicken nugget that's like a sauce dipper that goes into your, it's like a sauce holder?
Yeah, you can buy them on Amazon.
That goes
They're great.
into your air vents?
Did you buy some?
No, but
yes.
I like the idea. The problem is sometimes I don't trust a vent piece of plastic not to snap.
I don't know. My little Joe has been holding on perfectly.
Little Joe's great, but I mean, when you're putting weight on it, when you're putting like heavy sauces on
So
it, right?
your
you gotta-
sauce specifically goes on top of your steering wheel?
It goes on. Okay, so the gauge cluster has a shelf in front of it.
I
So-
really can't.
So for Christmas, Anthony, you and I are going to get him one of those steering wheel trays that attaches to the steering wheel so he can pop it down for lunchtime.
You guys know that if I even eat like a potato chip before jumping into my car, I go, "Oh my god, my hands have grease
know,
on them.
yeah.
I need to cleanse myself."
Right.
Before touching any one of my, and I'm literally grabbing a steering wheel on a how old 17-year-old car, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still like, "Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
pure
And
for
there's
this yet."
boogers on it.
Right? And so I make sure that everything is
Yeah,
clean before
'cause
I
you pick
touch
your nose on
anything.
it.
Meanwhile,
No,
the rest
I
of
want
us are out here living our lives.
No, I want everything to be
I'm all
spotless at
about
all
driving
times.
and eating, though. Like, there's something fun and exciting.
Yeah,
No,
well,
I
it's
know.
it's
Yeah.
exciting. I don't doubt it is exciting. But I would also say if everybody was like Anthony, detailers wouldn't have a job.
Like, I would only eat in my car if I was in a very sad place in life. Like, I would
I'm
only
in my happy
me.
place when I'm
I
eating in
know,
my car
I'm just,
listening
I'm
to the
saying
radio.
that because I remember when I was
Or a
going to,
podcast.
remember when I was going to college, right?
Yeah, you didn't have any
and
friends.
I didn't have any freaking friends that I could sit at lunch with, right? Because I had a weird time to do lunch. And I would remember I would have because I was eating really healthy, I would have my lukewarm chicken, right, that I'd be putting in my bag that I made that morning with some sweet potatoes where most of the water has excreted itself from the sweet potato.
Ugh.
So I had this tray
Now that is sad.
full of chicken that I had cooked earlier and sweet potato, like water juice, kind of just sifting around in there. I had nowhere to go, so I'd eat in my car, and I'd be very sad doing it, right? And I was trying to be as clean as
So
possible.
he's connected sad memories to when he's doing that. So I understand his whole point of view is
No,
skewed on the
but
subject.
it's still disgusting.
Minor positive.
That's a
No,
bummer.
it's still gross. Like, there's not enough room to eat comfortably.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Suit yourself.
Dane, I know you lean back in your seat, but
No, the opposite. I actually lean it forward and I create between my belly and the steering wheel. You create a bridge.
There's no bridge there.
Not until I make one.
Dane.
I'm just saying
Moving
it's possible,
on.
and you can be clean about it.
Decon Detailing says, "Don't worry, Levi. You can already buy Uno Advanced at Detail Link. Cat's been out of the bag for a bit. Man, that's not good.
That's good to know. I
Ooh.
appreciate that. I know who Detail Link is, and so
You're gonna-
we'll be giving them a call and finding out
some
why
kind
their products.
words.
They had to wait till Tuesday.
Some
Yeah.
people don't know how to listen.
We all had to
apparently.
sign. Basically sign a
Weird.
gentleman's agreement that we wouldn't talk about anything.
Not very
But
gentlemanlike.
So
apparently
that's-
Grant already has it. Uno
Oh,
Advanced
Grant
is
has had it. It's been out. So here's the thing. It's been out
Everywhere else in the
everywhere
world.
else except for U.S. U.S. was trying to create a actual
Marketing.
Collective, like,
marketing
here, check it
launch
out. Boom.
for SEMA. And so they reached out to 5 main distributors, sent us everything, and said, please keep quiet.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything until we tell you to. And that's what we've been doing. So I will say some of these other folks that I'm seeing on here are not actual of those primary distributors. So I think they're jumping the gun a little bit. That's all.
This is some guerrilla marketing is what they're
That's
doing.
what they're
So-
doing.
some people just can't handle nothing first,
Joey
so they gotta, like,
Valinsky
Well,
says-
Grant says Uno Advance is quite nice to use. It is. It's beautiful.
Joey
Well, that's
Belinsky
good.
says, I'm detailing coating a brand new RAV4 this weekend. Would Ruba's yellow foam / yellow polish make for a good enhancement prior to coating, or would orange / black pad be better? I would say enhancement, I would go yellow for sure. If you're looking, yeah, dude, Now orange. No, I would go yellow. Go yellow with DA fine, and that'll make a slight enhancement for sure. Tyler Cruz said, "Advanced Cat is now out of the bag. My local shop has it on the shelf though."
Man,
Why do we even try?
Why do we try?
I don't care. You know what? I'm not following the freaking rules anymore.
Wow.
You know what, Levi? I'm breaking out of the bag. I'm the cat that's out of the bag, right?
Oh.
Because not only is Uno Advanced coming out, but so is the new Rufus.
I swear to God, if he meows right now. Okay, moving
Grant
on.
Autry saying, my worst dilemma was sucking up a $16,000 diamond that was wrapped in Glad wrap in an Audi A6 door pocket. Had to sift through the vac. Yeah, we've had to do that too. My guys would get customers that would show up and say, my wife lost her diamond ring in the car somewhere. I'll give you $100 to the first person that could find it. You have never seen 4 detailers descend upon an Escalade to destroy the interior trying to find.
We will tear this thing apart.
To get that $100.
In an A6.
But no, I totally understand that, Grant. Yeah. Michael Johnson, my car panel was exposed to rain. I tried clearing it with Express, but it's still discolored and looks like water spot. Car panel. What panel, Michael?
Yeah, Michael, elaborate.
I'm assuming it's
Next
an interior
question.
panel
Oh,
that
it's the
has
same
Express.
one. It's the same thing.
Oh.
Yep. Tried clearing it with Express, but it's still discolored.
So his interior plastic panel was exposed to rain. He tried to
yeah.
So,
okay.
depending on how much minerals
Probably
are in
still
those-
wet.
No, I don't think it's still wet. I would say
FSC?
the VLB brush is
Or
great. It's got a little bit of scrubbing power for plastics. You can combine it with Express, but
I think it's wet. I think if he added a little heat to that,
I don't think.
I think it would dry out a little more.
Why do you assume it's wet?
Because he said it was exposed to rain, and it got raindrops.
Yeah, and it dried.
Right. So it's not fully dried. There's probably still moisture in there, and that's why those spots are there.
Levi,
No.
what if he lives in Florida?
I've been a detailer for 25 years.
Okay.
Anthony.
Now, we didn't ask what material the panel that was exposed was. Is it cleared over wood? Is it plastic? Is it leather?
Right.
Is it Alcantara? It could
Right.
be a
If
number
it's-
of different
if
things.
it's-
Carbon
if it's
fiber with
leather,
a clear
though,
over
I
it?
will say that it probably needs to be warmed up a bit.
What if it's
Clean
dog
it.
drool?
Do all the
Does-
stuff
does-
that Anthony said.
Dog drool. is
Yeah, but
nasty
do all the stuff
stuff.
that Anthony said. Add a little heat to it. Not a lot. Just enough to warm that panel up. You might find that it goes out. I used to have this where certain cars would get hit with water, especially if my guys were pressure washing the interiors, not the interiors, but the door panels.
Door jams.
The door jams. They would get water on the inside. The water would stay. They would pull it out. They would park it in the parking lot. My guys would get it. They'd clean it. And they go, hey, there's still some water spots here, like water marks. And I would grab a heat gun, go over there and warm that panel up, and then it'd be gone.
Just soften it up.
It just warms it just enough to dry out because there's probably water underneath.
Yeah.
It's trapped through, especially because leather is permeable. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Bearded Hunter says, "What's up, my dudes? Hope you're all doing
What's
well.
up, man?
Howdy.
Protector wax is basically a foam can applied paint. Yeah, there you go. Paint conserving wax, more protection than NMS. So I think that's exactly what it is. It's basically it's mixed with water to create the sealing
activates
effect. Daytona Wallace says, when doing a rinseless wash, how do you work an iron remover or wheel cleaner into the mix, especially if you're trying to do the whole thing inside?
It's difficult.
So, what I do is I will usually just start off with the iron remover, and so I'll do just a few. I'll use less iron remover though, doing a rinseless wash than I will doing with like a full soap and water wash. So
Your target.
instead of me just bam, 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 and finger blasting the entire side of the vehicle, right? I'm only doing maybe a couple sprays
couple finger
per
blasts.
section, and I'm just going bam, bam. Okay, that's okay, and then bam, bam. I'll let that sit, let that dwell, using my pump sprayer, right? I'll go through, spray everything down with my rinseless pre-wash, right, to start soaking down that iron remover, and then I'll jump into the wheel.
how you
wheel
neutralize
cleaning.
And then you just squeegee your floor.
And then I just squeegee my floor. Basically, I've done this multiple times, and that's the easiest way. There's no reason to rinse and waste your rinseless pre-spray, then wash, and then do it, and then have to re-spray, because I feel like a lot of that fallout remover stuff, a lot of the fallout remover in general, doesn't come off in that first spray. You have to
Right.
actually agitate some of that off, especially with rinseless.
Well, and
Yeah.
by using less product, you may have to increase your level of agitation to offset the difference. But in the end, you'll be happy you didn't make a big mess.
and the wheels would be treated the exact same way. Mike C says, Levi.
Hey guys, just joining in. Cool backdrop. I noticed that most leather conditioners have some kind of mineral oil or petroleum byproducts. Is that not that big of a deal? Well, so no. Back in the old days, the reason that manufacturers would put petroleum distillates and mineral oil and stuff into leather was because of the tanning process. they needed to have that to keep the leather from drying out. Newer tanning processes have allowed the use of water-based conditioners or lighter amounts of mineral oil or oil in general. The only time that you're really adding any type of petroleum to the leather or petroleum byproduct or oil is when the leather is extremely dry and brittle, and you're using it similar to like your skin. So like I have a piece of very rough skin on my knuckle.
Oh, my elbows are rough too right now.
Right. And so I can take lotion and put lotion, which is a water base.
Yeah.
I can put lotion on here, but it's not going to last nearly as long, and it's not going to soften the drier skin. But if I go, I've got some beard oil in my desk. If I take a drop of beard oil and put it on there, it will keep the surface softer and more hydrated for a longer period of time, helping to heal that surface. Or if I find a balm, like a bag balm or tiger balm or something like that, that has a bit of petroleum in it, to put that on there, it will help provide water repellency, but it'll also provide some much needed moisture into that dry surface. That's why those are available. And that's same thing with leather. It's exactly like your skin. So soft, supple leather, just normal lotion is fine. It's great. It's not going to hurt anything. But when you start to get dry, cracked, old, tough leather, you need to have something a little stronger to be able to penetrate that and last a little bit better to keep that from not getting so dry and cracked.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
Brionicle says, it's a 3-year coating from Adams pre-graphene that has been on there for 1.5 years. I'm guessing I'll need to get over my fear and just play with the polisher. I would recommend...
honestly, if you got the Harbor Freight
really.
or the Porter Cable,
Porter Cable will remove that
the Porter
coating.
Cable will be fine. 7424.
Yeah, and you're just, dude, you're not gonna do any damage unless you flip that polisher upside down and start scrubbing the paint with the plastic.
Smacking
Like,
it
there's
with the plastic.
or
literally
banging it on there.
start hitting things with it. Like there's literally nothing you can do wrong with that polisher, especially if you have a 5-inch backing plate on it with like a flat foam pad. It's like the easiest, most gentle.
You'd probably take that coating right off.
You could polish a baby with it, and it's not going to hurt that baby.
You could.
Right? You could do a lot of things. Hans Closen says, why is Dane wearing my shirt?
How many times do we have to go over this? It's not your shirt, Hans.
Rip it off your back.
Tyler Cruz, I don't have to be faster than the bear, just faster than you.
Yep.
So then Darren says, does that mean if I ever make it to SEMA, I need to rename myself the Hairless Housewife? Possibly.
Oh, wow.
If you're rooming with Anthony and I.
Yeah.
And then he goes, it breaks my heart. There's a friend of mine who owns a Rolls Royce, takes it to a scratch and shine weekly. It's swirly and dull, but to him, clean's clean. Been trying to get at it for so long. Yeah, it's hard, man.
Some people you're just not going to convince.
Fog. Hey, does O&R and other rinseless provide enough lubrication to use with a Detail Factory brush? I'm wondering mostly for door jams where there's plastic to metal transition
I'd
or other
recommend
tubes.
using a little APC in the brush and on that door jamb, just a little bit, like 20-1, right? So you'll be doing rinseless and that. Rinseless will give you a little bit of lubrication, but building that lather will probably
soap
help
in
you.
there.
A little soap in there.
A little more cutting.
Oscar.
Picked up some active foam thanks to Anthony's scent reactions. What's the protocol when using it on coated cars?
I'd probably just use it once every, when needed. I mean, so coming this winter, you might use it a couple times. It's great if you want to use it as a somewhat touchless wash, but it's just nice to do a decon with every couple months. It's safe on coated cars. It'll be fine if the coatings are worth their weight, but don't use a ton. It smells amazing, and you're going to want to just dump a ton of it into your foam cannon. I would just go with the recommended dilution and then call it good.
We're looking at it.
And then G. Davis here. Levi, can you read this?
For those in Vegas, please join Dane and I for a meet and greet next Friday night at the Strip's only Asian fusion restaurant and comedy club called Me So Corny.
You can't do that.
G. Davis, always good.
Oh my God! The Strip's only Asian food restaurant called Me So Corny.
Crystal Cars saying, "Hey guys, good to see you again. Late to the party, but I'm here, lol." And then G. Davis says, "Anthony, you'd be surprised, even totally hairless, how aerodynamic your naughty bits are."
Wow.
And there, housewife Dane, you bringing Twister to Waxstock this year, or is it Strip Buckaroo on?
I don't even
I
know
think
what's
we'll figure
happening
something
anymore.
David,
hold on.
Sounds like you have some people who want to play with you, Dane.
Yeah. Well, there's one.
well-
Tyler Cruz says a naked twister, right hand, red rocket.
Oh my god.
Then Kirby Thompson says PNS glass has 2 ratios: summer and winter, 5-1 or 10-1.
Okay.
That's not bad. Yeah. And then Tyler, happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Not sure if this has been asked before. Is Absolute safe on the Harley Davidson denim matte paint? Will it affect the finish at all?
No.
I feel like Harley
Totally
Davidson denim matte people, when it comes to that, the question comes out a lot. Is it a thing on like their message boards or something?
It's a scary. It's
just matte finish. It's hard.
Matte
Yeah.
finish
No, I mean, like I see people more than other things. It's a trend you see,
well,
right?
what it
so
is-
they seem extra concerned.
Well,
about
Dane,
it.
here's
so
the
somebody
thing.
must have shared like a horror story or something.
No, what happens is there are folks who use a product because they're like, oh, I had a bunch of bug guts, and my buddy said to use 409 on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, see,
or-
And then
that's
they'll
not,
spray 409, or that's how they've always
Or
washed
they
a
say,
bike.
I got a bottle of new finish. I'm going to scrub some of this stuff off, and they go, oh crap.
Right.
Okay.
How
So
do
if
I-
you're
how does
using
this
a
come back?
rinseless wash,
No, but Dane,
and it's
here's
so
there-
pH balance is
it doesn't.
safe,
No, but it's
then
the
you're
fact
fine.
that they are learning because they just purchased this, and they're like, I've heard. I looked on the groups and I've seen all the bad stuff, or I've read all the negative comments, or I've
Yeah.
seen all of this. It's the same as like I have a stainless dishwasher, right?
Yeah.
Stainless front dishwasher. I told my mother-in-law, please do not wipe the stainless down.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I know how to clean it. And I said, please do not wipe the stainless down on the brand new dishwasher I
Barkeeper's friend.
bought 5 years ago. She puts 409 surface cleaner on it and stains it. So
Can't get it
now
out.
my stainless is completely stained and it looks garbage. And I go, you didn't use this that I gave you for stainless. And she goes, no, I have a cleaner that works. And I was wiping the counters and the door
says it's
pan
safe on
doors.
stainless.
And it's safe. And I wiped it. And I go, well, now it's burned and I can't. And now I'm the guy who is finicky.
You're the
and
problem.
I'm the
you're
problem
weirdo.
because I'm having a problem. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I cleaned your kitchen for you.
Yeah.
Right. But I asked you not to clean that if you're going to clean it.
It's asking the dealer not to
So
wash your
4
car.
years later, Dane, I buy myself a new dishwasher because the other one broke.
Yeah. Did.
Brand new stainless.
Oh, nice.
I kept it covered in the plastic
Yeah, you should with your kids and everybody.
because
else.
I'm like, the guy goes, do you want me to
Yeah.
take the plumber goes, you want me to take the plastic off? I said, no. My kids are going to ruin it. Let me figure out a solution. And in my head, I'm like, maybe I'll grab some PPF from Matt.
Coat it or
I'll
something.
PPF the front of it.
Oh, PPF, it'll do it.
Keep it nice, right? Thinking
Yeah.
all this stuff,
I like that.
right? That lasted for 2 days.
That's it?
The plastic got taken off.
Kid did it?
No,
Oh.
my mother-in-law was over there just working. cleaning
Oh,
it.
okay, wow.
She
Strikes
took the
again.
plastic off.
Yeah.
Then she cleaned it
Oh, my
with
God.
409 and stained my brand new. I'm right back.
Trying to
Right.
It
protect.
doesn't even
It's
look
no,
like I have
not
a
this
brand
one,
new
too.
dishwasher now.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of thing. You can tell somebody,
I'm not asking
hey,
because
this
I
is
don't understand
no, but
how
you
it
can
works.
tell
I'm
them it's
asking
that's
because
how.
I just see this crop up
But it's-
sometimes
yeah.
where somebody's like, I have this very specific brand of vehicle. It has this matte paint, and I'm terrified because I think these stories get spread
but
around.
these folks,
And so,
if when the dealership says, hey,
Yeah.
don't, because we're not responsible if you mess this up, then they go learn and they read all these horror stories.
yeah, it instills
And so
fear
they are.
in
So
people.
so Tyler's like, hey, I know it's Aspen.
Yeah.
Is it safe? Yes, it's safe.
So
Okay, phew.
O&R will
All
be
right.
safe. Absolute will be safe.
Right.
If you're going that route, you will be safe.
But
That's the part I wanted to emphasize is you will be
and I'm not
fine.
saying Tyler's this way, but there are people who will call a detailer and go, hey, I got this, but it's this where you got to be careful
I
with
got
the
a GTR or I've got
Right.
this.
I know how to
specific
take care of
Tesla
that. Will you be
or
careful?
Mercedes or BMW frozen
Yeah.
paint or
But
you
it's
know,
like the
those
car
things.
we tried to rent a Turo car last week
Yeah.
for one of our videos. The guy had a new C8 and he goes, please use the car wash pass to wash it. Please don't hand wash it because I don't want you to scratch it. And then we had to explain that, we're a detail facility and we can do all this stuff
we
for
fix
it.
those. We don't
Yeah.
cause them.
And he was like, cool, well, you can borrow it anytime you want. But that's what he put in there for his Turo folks.
I think I've seen that exact C8
But
on
that's the
Turo,
kinda-
and the
but-
guy had like an insane description where he went into crazy detail
Right.
about don't touch this thing.
Right. But that's the thing. There's still like,
Yeah.
we're back to the circle. Crystal Cars, part one. I've been using Adam's tire and rubber cleaner for a while. It's epic for taking out brown oxidation out of rubber. I've used other rubber cleaners, but they don't take out the oxidation. Part two, what chemical takes out the oxidation? It's a high pH cleaner.
Bam.
That's what it is. Mod Hatter, the number 7 is my go-to. God damn. Don't know what that was in response
Not
to,
sure.
Maddie.
Oh, right.
She likes it too. Harry Housewife, could be worse. I let my sons have a Mickey D's thick shake last week, full mouthful, and he sneezed. Banana milkshake up the windows, up the seat, dripping down the back of my neck. Lovely.
Pretty sure there was a song about that.
I've had that. I had that, only it was my daughter and she threw up. And it is, let me tell you, it's my favorite thing to do is clean up puke, and I can't wait till it happens to you.
So based on the last...
You know what? I don't care if it happens to me. You know why? Because it's going to be in my Dodge Ram 1500 with vinyl
sure
floors.
I sure hope so.
Vinyl floors. And I'm just going to mop that out.
Yeah.
Jamie and the crew informed me last night on a thing that apparently McDonald's has like adult Happy Meals now or something.
Well, yeah, but they also brought back the buckets, the Boo Buckets.
I love the Boo
okay.
Buckets.
I got them for Hadley and Augie the other day. It was great.
I'd never heard of it, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what's in it?
Yeah, it's got Modelo. It's got a like.
I mean, if it doesn't come with a margarita.
Modelo, it's got a large fry. It's got,
Oh my God, I love
they're called the value menu. You just pick one, and it comes with a toy.
Tom Kirby says, Anthony, do you realize French fry oil is a great leather conditioner for steering wheels? I refuse to believe that. Grant Hawtree says,
Seasoning, my friend.
Dane folds his burgers like tacos to fit 2 at the time while driving the Jag in pit vipers.
Oh man, I haven't had.
Mod says I keep
joy
a
of wearing
small
pit
spray
vipers
bottle
yet.
IPA for quick cleanup after eating in the orange. There you go. And then Harry Housewife couldn't agree more. Levi, nothing more exciting than trying to finish that last bite of burger before reaching a sharp bend. Man, that's how you live life on the edge. That's what it's all about.
You paid for the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge.
I will admit that I am guilty of doing similar things, but when I'm looking for music, right? Like when I'm looking for a song, now I have Apple CarPlay on my 2005
Wow.
Acura RSX. Which
Now
is
he's
like,
living in the 2010s.
It's
Okay,
amazing. And so I could say,
how have I lived so long
I
now?
can change my song by touching this screen. And so I
my
click
goodness.
that. I'm like, this is amazing, right? But back in the day, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, damn, I hate this song. I hate this song. I hate this song. You go, oh my God. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and then you look up. Oh my God, I'm about to rear end that.
I like when my heart rate's elevated while I'm driving.
I need driving music.
Yeah.
G. Davis says,
jams.
just ordered my
just
mystery bag.
opened it.
Oh, just opened my mystery bag. An autographed 8x10 of Clay Aikman, a gift card for Hans Klosen's 900 number chat line, and a gallon of the never-released Wowo's Alex Dewar scented prostate spray. Holy crap, that's a lot to take in.
There's just way too much going on.
Clay
there.
Aikman, man, that's a great portrait.
Is it Troy Aikman or is it Clay Aiken? It can't be both.
Clay Aikman. Hans Glosen says a card for me. You sure it ain't no check? Grant, Anthony plays 10cc. I'm not in love while eating a double Whopper with cheese.
Oh, man.
With heavy mayo when he's sad and alone. Oh my gosh, Decon. The new tool's already for sale too?
For crying out loud.
I'm pull my email up.
Sounds like we're going to have to make
We're getting
a
punished
call
for following
later.
the rules.
Yeah. Hans, Michael Johnson used the yellow VLB brush with Express or the blue. I bet there was dressing that rained
Hans
off.
knows.
Hugo Fireflies, how to remove bugs with ONR alone. Oh, Fireflies, that's easy. Jersey bug scrubber.
But stay tuned.
I still love that little Lotus.
Stay tuned.
Is that your car? If so, that's awesome.
We have FG.
Fog
says, is Casey Quick and Shine more water repellency or just gloss? If it repels water, it can't be used on the windshield. So it's a little bit of both. It's going to have a little bit of water behavior. Nothing crazy, but it will be adding some gloss. It does contain a little bit of silicone in there. But other than that, yeah, it's great. I will say, though, I've realized what QF is for. Quick and finish.
Yeah.
Right? We've been selling quick and finish for several years now,
just
right?
quick finish.
And everybody says, quick finish, what do I use that on? Because there's quick and shine, which is, obviously it's got
Quick with
slickness
gloss.
and gloss and all this stuff, right?
Finish spray exterior.
Quick finish is for people like me who just got a respray job done and can't technically use a lot of chemicals on their vehicle, right? I can't be using quick detailers. I can't be using bead maker. I can't be using things like that, or at least I shouldn't, to allow the paint to off-gas properly. Quick finish is going to be the ideal product for that.
It's also
Because
body shop safe.
it's also body shop safe, right? And so that is the quick detailer. Because when people say, when you look online, how to care for freshly painted parts, you know what they say? Take a nice soft microfiber towel and a little bit of water and clean that area.
Right.
And I go, well, that's not going to offer some proper lubrication, right?
Yeah.
And some people say, well, wait 60 days to wash it. Other people say, wait 2 weeks to wash it. Other people, I wash my crap after a week because I'm just not going to do this. I'm not going to live this life. It's stressful.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think the Evo would survive. It hasn't left the garage anytime recently.
It hasn't. But in my case, though, I would say if you've ever wondered what Quick Finish is for, it's easily for freshly painted parts.
Yeah.
It's going to clean all of that stuff and keep the dirt and grime off it without having to stress about adding protection to it. So I just want to throw that out there.
Nice.
We have Nate Marcy.
Ooh.
I used G-Technic I1 Smart Fabric on my seats. I sprayed some on the side of the seat plastics. I wiped immediately with PNS Express. It stained the plastics. Any ideas why this happened? How do I fix? So you use G-Technic Smart Fabric on your carpet.
Sprayed some on the seat.
Sprayed some on the side of the seat plastics, and I wiped immediately with PNS Express. It stained the plastic. Anyways, happened. How do I fix it? You clean that area again.
I would.
It's really
start,
it. That's
It
all
may
you can
not be a
start with.
permanent stain.
No, but that's where you
probably
start with, is cleaning that.
I would clean the area again. Express may not be clean enough, might not have enough cleaning power to do that. If you have like an APC such as like Green Star at like 20-1 or something a little bit stronger than Express, you could try that and agitate with a brush. The only thing I can think of is that Smart Fabric, right, has some thickness to it, right? Obviously, it's going to dry and it's going to turn into a new barrier for those things. What I'm guessing is that the thickness and the coating effect of that got onto the plastic. You sprayed it with Express, it smeared it, it removed some of it,
And
right?
it mixed the two.
It mixed the two together, right? Leaving a high spot in the Smart Fabric coating.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
G. Davis.
Oh, my God.
What was more challenging, feeding Dane a pureed baconator through a tube to his shallow grave, or extracting his fertility sample using suction via that same tube?
No. You can't say that.
And Joey Belinsky with a dear God, G. Davis.
Very appropriate response, Joey.
It was the same tube.
Ryan says, afternoon, gentlemen.
My
Perfect
Lord.
timing. My latest TRC present's waiting for me in front of my house. Thank you, man.
Nice,
Good
Ryan.
job. And then Rocky Iverson saying, do you guys use acid to wash cars and wheels? Notice it takes help the minerals out. Rocky, I've used acid for a number of years, and I don't recommend it.
So
But yes, you can. It's
So-
the be-all, end-all, but it's the one that
Yeah.
it causes too much damage.
That's
to
a
other
great
things
question
for a long
from
time.
Rocky Iverson.
From Rocky Iverson. G. Davis, the first time a child of Anthony's vomits in his car, he'll soon be eating McDonald's in a vehicle by himself.
So
You just fill in the rest
what
of the
happened to your
blanks.
life, Anthony? Well, I guess I freaked out and my life crumbled,
Things
for my eyes.
changed
Stop
really
it.
fast.
Dino, did you guys use salt-based acid on wheels? I don't know what it's called in the U.S. How to dilute it for use on bad wheels. We use a hydrofluoric acid mix is what the acid's used. Koch has a new wheel acid coming out that is available in Europe.
It's intriguing to us. here
I'm
in the
very
States.
intrigued by it.
Yeah.
I'm also very scared of it. I've used hydrofluoric blended acids for a long time, and they cause a lot of damage. And I think this is a burn on my knuckle from the last time I used acid.
Never went away.
This like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
You think it happened like that?
I think that's what it is, because
Your
that's what it
finger
feels
touched
like.
it?
I know because I was spraying, and I
had
think
some
I got a
trickle
drip,
drip.
hit, and I
Yeah.
felt it, and I stuck my hand in my bucket of soap
Yeah.
to try and bring it back to pH to neutralize it, and then I had some forced, and I just did a light spritz, rubbed it, washed it. You got to go
Well, that's
opposite.
not great.
You got to go opposite.
Yeah.
And
He's
then I
just
dunked it. Then
counteracting.
I dunked it back into the soap, which was just pH balanced soap,
It wasn't enough.
and it wasn't enough. And then I went to wash it, and now I've got this mark that is literally
your
like it
skin.
from. So.
Yeah, that looks
Feels like a
something,
burn
that's
is
all.
what it is. So,
Wow.
but yeah, so I just try to be careful. It was my own fault. I wasn't wearing gloves. Harry Housewife, one thing about rinseless wash in the UK is so many people, I've mentioned it to, have mistaken it for waterless. And after my review, somebody come back and said they're going to have a go. So yeah, rinseless is in the bucket. Waterless is what is in the bottle.
People use waterless like you would use a quick detailer, except they're washing the car with it, and it's a little spooky, let's say. Rinseless is going to be the one that we always try and point people towards. Use
Anthony,
rinseless if you can
G.
help.
Davis.
Dane, while you're traveling, are you concerned about someone from Twitch hacking into your massage chair's people camera? Oh my god! lot of lost footage in here.
Oh my! A deal.
A deal. Have you checked out the new GR Corolla? I can't wait for one to come in for detail. Anyone interested in buying? All three of us are interested in buying one.
Very much like.
I think 9 of them are what we need for this building. Dino Gravik saying, "Yeah, Koch has acids, but they're going off market as of New Year. Yeah, they're trying to make things a little more safer." Especially because of the new Eco Germany laws.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they're going to get rid of them and send them here. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Harry Housewife, it's not the vomit that's been my issue before. It was the other end.
Oh, no.
We had to pull over and buy a new child car seat. Things were bad. Enjoy your future, Anthony.
Good luck, buddy.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Joey Belinsky, you guys are going to have to bust out the black Civics with underglow and go hunt down those 5-liter Stiarna boys. They're in Salt Lake. Yeah, those 5-liter Stiarna boys are in Salt Lake, Joey. We got notification. I think I got notification on Monday that it's in a train yard.
Yeah.
So, on a train. So we'll see. It should get here
Eventually.
about the time that we're gone. It should be here next week.
Should I do green underglow underneath the RSX?
Oh, that'd be so rad. You should do that.
It would be freaking
Well,
sick,
now it's all
man.
RGB, so you could just...
I can just change it whatever the heck
And
I
you
want.
still
Literally
have
just
your
get
underglow
an
kit.
RGB strip.
No,
and
I
call it a
threw
day.
that away. It was only like $30, and it acted like a $30 kit.
Sometimes they'll just randomly pick colors.
Yeah, just go off on its own.
You know, I had a Quattro acid from Coach that was a -0.1 on the pH scale. Strong as hell. Yeah, that sounds right.
Wow.
And then
Didn't know you
Hansa,
could go negative.
Hansa. So Levi has the mark now. Where's his brother Kane?
Woof.
And then Dino, when is Forced X coming to you guys? Not for a while. So Forced X wasn't ready fully when we placed our large order that filled the container because it's coming over water. So we'll probably do a restock maybe with some Forced X just once it's fully built in production over there. So we should have that. Chris O'Grady, hey guys, I just bought a 1-liter bottle of Stiarna Gloss Glat. Can I dilute this or should it be used straight up? Thanks so much. The 1-liter bottle, I believe, is ready to use.
Just ready to use.
I think you can just use it ready to use. You don't have to dilute it.
Spray it on it, rinse it, dry it. Easy to dry.
That's nice. You can even use it on plastic. So, like, if you degrease an engine bay, and instead of dressing, if you don't want to put dressing, you can do
just
Glat.
use Glat.
It's really nice. Protects all the plastics, too.
Yeah.
G. Davis, shout out to Gabe for Dane surviving his brush with death. Now he'll have to find a use for Dane's 47 hours of bougie, unrelated Italian vacation footage.
Oh, God. I don't know what else we're going to use it for.
Hugo, any thoughts on Built Hamburg? We like Built Hamburg. It's a good brand.
Yeah.
Harry Housewife. So as the night is coming to an end, I just want to say thank you to Lewis, Dave, and Andy for such a cracking live as always. You can always rely on you guys to get us through the week.
We appreciate you.
I love that.
And then
Lewis, I like that.
Detail Q. Can Iron Buster be used as a clay lube for efficiency, of course? Yes, it can, Adil.
Yeah.
Very simply.
That freaking feeding tube comment
So
is still in my head.
That's stuck in my psyche forever now. I won't be able to unsee that.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Yeah, of course. And that pretty much ends things here for us. Unless you guys got some more comments you want to throw our way quickly, anything that you had a burning question you weren't sure to ask, throw it out there. See what happens, right?
Yeah.
Just for the next few minutes. But in the meantime, anything we should talk about the SEMA stuff?
Other than if Nick, if you could pull up semashow.com and pull up the floor plan.
There.
He should be able to, but just so folks can see on these last 8 minutes where we're going to be. And then Nate Marcy saying, when I go to car shows, I see people cleaning their cars with Windex. Was this an old school trick for shine that should have been left in the kitchen with a Dawn dish soap? Yes, Nate.
Yes.
There's a lot. I had a gentleman who ran a repair shop here in Boise, and he would do lots of different repairs. People would send him great, beautiful cars to do some upholstery work or some other stuff to fix and touch up. One time I detailed the car for the guy. It was headed down to Meekum. Before it left my shop, it had to go to his shop to get some things touched up on the upholstery. While it was sitting there, a big sandy dust storm came through and the car was covered in dust. The guy called me and said, oh my gosh, as it was getting dusty, he's like, what am I going to do? The car's already dusty. I said, just rinse it off. You'll be fine. And, or blow it off with a blower. You'll be fine, dude. It's just dust. The guy in his shop wiped all the dust off. The not the owner, the guy that had the repair shop, wiped it down with a towel and Windex.
Yeah.
And stripped all the wax off, all the polish off, everything at the time, back when there was a lot of fillers and the car looked horrible. So it had to come back to me. I had to touch it up, and then I gave that guy a bottle of quick detailing and said, please don't use Windex again. Use something like this. So
another thing to the Windex point, you remember we were at one of the most exclusive car shows in the entire world.
Yeah.
And we were there.
They were wiping down the new Bentley concept.
I was going to say very expensive luxury marque. Bentley had a concept car. You may remember.
They were using paper towels and Windex, and they were wiping the car down.
It's not limited to just like trying to be cheap.
But that's because that was a marketing team
and
not a detailing team.
They didn't know any better. But for some reason, people all think, oh, just use Windex.
Yeah, it
crazy.
Was hard to watch.
All right.
Matt Hatter says, have a fantastic weekend. You too, Maddie. Then we have Tom Curry says, hit that like button.
Do that.
And then, so waffle pads from the U.S. already,
They're here. We're waiting until we're told we can sell them.
Yeah, but
wow, you're just going through all of it, aren't you?
Have fun next week, boys. Welcome in. Thank you. Brodel saying, who am I staying with? Josh Brodel gets to sleep with Juan.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Wow.
And then
and he's going to say Juan Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Yeah. And then Tom Curry says, please have a great time. And of course, sleep is overrated. And then there we go. So the blue building on the screen is the West Hall. That is the new building. And as you can see, it's restyling car care, power sports, and trucks and SUVs off-road. So we are in the West Hall. So for those of you coming, please check out the West Hall. Nick, you could click on that, and it should bring up the new thing. Yep, there we are. And then booth number 54211. If you scroll up there, we're just right on the left-hand side of the screen with one of those little pull-up banners there. It's up at the top to the right there, Nick. Whoop, whoop, down.
We're in the darker
to the left
section.
A little bit. There you go, right there. And then Daytona Wallace, how does the new diamond body coating do on texture black lower moldings? That's great.
Yep.
And then Harry Housewife, I clean a clean car with household bleach once. Anything for YouTube views. Surprising results, just don't do it. And then G. Davis, does Josh consider hot dogs a snack?
I like snack of hot dogs.
Yeah, good snack of hot dogs. And then Saucy, is it still possible to get Wet Coast Essence? I can't find it anywhere. Wet Coast Essence, is that a Guion? We don't carry that.
We don't sell Wet Coast Essence, unfortunately.
Chaz says, take lots of pics next week, please. We will.
We'll be doing
and then G. Davis, enjoy SEMA. I hope there's a video of a brothel trip with Alex Dewar and Jamie the Cleaner.
Absolutely.
Then Hans, have fun at SEMA, boys. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Nate, thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy SEMA. Hans says, one day I will be there.
We hope so.
I know you will. And then Hugo says, what's the cost of both? Of a booth?
A lot.
A lot. So a booth to start is about a 10 by 10 booth for the 4 days. Just the space, not the booth. The space is about $7,000. And then it goes up from there.
That's for just air.
That's just the space.
And ground.
10 feet by 10 feet for 4 days to rent that one spot. And then you build your booth around it. So it's a lot of money. Our booth is a 20 by 30 and it's very big. But it's not one of the biggest. It's a very small booth still considering. So
look at that map if you're curious.
Enough to fit a car in it, and we're excited.
Corn dogs is more portable.
Yeah. And then Saucy, you guys are awesome, and your products are crazy nice. Switch to your towels, and I'm totally blown away. Thank you.
Thank you, Saucy.
We
what a great way
it.
to end it, too.
There you go.
So thank you for that, and hope you enjoy more in the future. Obviously, there will not be a show like this next week because we'll all be down at SEMA. However, you can look forward to finding, I'll make some streams happen. Like we did at Frankfurt, I'll try and do the same thing for us while we're down there at SEMA. Well, not as shaky. I'm going to bring a gimbal with me this time, so it'll be a little stabilized.
I like that.
We'll do our best to make sure it functions as it should. And I look forward to seeing you all there in the comments, helping us spread the word and get more people watching with us. It's fun. We'll go explore.
Yeah.
All right. So anything left to add before we round it out?
No, we'll just see you guys not next week, but the week after.
Correct. We will see you then. Have a great weekend and a great week next week. We look forward to seeing you in the chat later next week.
Happy Halloween.
See ya.
See ya.